Hello, everyone, and welcome to
you're
Minus One Charisma, the second best Dungeons and Dragons stream on the internet. Thank you for joining us. We're playing on our Aventide campaign, our main campaign today, and we got these lovely laughing. I don't know what they're laughing about. I try and just.
It's always you.
I was muted and started talking right when you did, so it was I dodged a bullet. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
Does such a thing exist?
Well, we're gonna go to a little
Tangent
check-in,
for later.
and then we're gonna play some
James?
D&D. Everyone think of the worst things you can about me and post them in chat. Thank you very much. Just kidding.
The confluence denies rational practicality. For you see, as it exists in all times at once, it is possible to pull knowledge from the future, or so it would seem at first. But the longer I study this marvel, its secrets and perpendicularities, the more a nagging hypothesis gnaws at my curiosity. The idea of a future displeases me for many reasons, but mainly it indicates a certain sense of predictability, a loss of free will, predetermination, if you will. So from one point of view, these memories exist as not a glimpse of the future, but once observed, a solidified existence in the memory within the current time of observation, thus making them nothing more than an occurrence flowing from the present to the past, as is the way of natural thought. Follow? I thought not. It is okay. The human brain is much less prepared for such thoughts. Now, leave me to my work. I delve again into the confluence. Bartholomew Thunderstock. Oh, what a perplexing life you might lead. And one with such love.
Just kidding.
You find yourselves in the ruins of an ancient stone temple, nature reaching up to reclaim what's the remnants, just barely anything left of this once seeming accomplished culture. The bodies of fallen troggies littering the landscape, their sour, kind of odorous smell mixing in with the beginnings of decay, their blood staining the soil all around you with a deep, viscous green color. And all of that kind of mixes with the sounds of pops and hisses as you see the archivist systematically, with a sort of like practiced ease, uses his magics to burn the bodies one by one, just moving them into a pit and then lighting them on fire.
Wait, he came back?
Well, he was just kind of... he was in his books. He was in his books, and then he disappeared. And then
You can't see
eventually
us.
came back, and yeah.
And then,
Was
but he
just
did
kinda-
that thing where he's just like, he's around the corner, and then we hear
Yeah.
it, and we're like, what? And he's
Yeah.
just over there like, ugh.
And basically,
Ew.
yeah.
I still have to work here after all. Ew. Ew. Okay.
And before you is a cracked and sun-bleached wooden table covered with fantastical baubles and trinkets, each placed deliberately for dramatic intent. And that's kind of where you guys find yourselves right now.
But he's still around, though.
Yeah, he just kind of left for a little while, and you guys were talking, and then he kind of popped up again and started burning bodies. You notice his stuff is gone, though. Those books that he was holding, all that kind of stuff
No one
he
cares
was
about that.
he was keeping hidden from you. All that stuff's gone for now.
But the tent's still full of shit, right?
The table's still full of, as you say, shit.
Does it look like his shit?
No, he said we could have
He
it.
said you could have it,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
actually.
where I got
I'm
but
my-
you were attending to Thargan, so.
Yeah, I'm just. You're gonna be all right.
And Thargan's still out of it. His body bruised beyond imagine. He's still breathing easily after the healing that you cast on him. But it still seems like he's going to be out for a while.
That's fine. I'll just sit with him. He's quiet.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing? Trust, you had just put on that brooch of the face that it kind of shimmers with a gold or silver, depending on the way you look at it, or that had that face that just wanted to be entertained, wanted to go with you, and gave you the sense of energy and power that a roaring crowd would.
I'll go off in like a corner and just kind of like play some music.
Okay, yeah, and as you play, again, you feel that power energy, sense of accomplishment as you play, as if a roaring crowd was all around you cheering. And as you play, the brooch itself smiles and almost waves back and forth to your tune, truly enjoying your playing to its fullest extent.
Do I feel like I'm getting any power out of its enjoyment of this, or
Yeah,
I just feel like I'm playing better than usual?
Yeah, it's just like you have that extra oomph when you play, and you can feel it. It's like palpable, the energy from a crowd.
Okay.
Yeah, you have your own personal little hype man, just cheering you on.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, I'll walk into that tent with all the stuff in it and just kind of look around and.
Okay, yeah. So you see that mirror. There's a large, very large, like 5 by 2 foot mirror, and then even that covered in metal plates that have been designed and masterfully crafted all around the outside. You see a bag that looks like it's brimming to the top with coins or gems or something. It's just a large bag. You see an old book covered in a leather it's cracked, but it doesn't seem like it's animalistic or anything. It does kind of look like it's thinner from maybe a creature that doesn't have as thick a skin as a deer or a cow would. You see there's a dagger, a beautifully crafted dagger with twin crescents made in gold and a white leather sheath with intertwining silver accents on it. Pup, you had found that staff that has it's a long, simple steel pole with arcane runes down the middle of it, and there's these crackling, jagged edges at the points. It seems to be crackling with some sort of very, very, very low hum of energy within it.
But still has energy.
Just almost imperceptibly, it does. And it seems like it's gotten just a little bit louder since you picked it up a few hours ago. But for the most part, it seems like a very, very dull artifact. You don't know if it was used up or if it's coming back or anything like that. And then another big pile of coins that look like they're foreign coins of all different
muted yourself.
A big
there.
pile of muted?
And then there's a big bag of coins, to the side, which just seems open and thrown aside. That looks almost discarded.
Separate from the other bag of coins?
Yes, there's two bags of coins. One looks like it's been placed on the table, and the other looks just kind of thrown to the side as if it was unimportant.
Do they have symbols on them, maybe from different cities, etc.?
Yeah.
Like the other...
Yeah, it seems to be like a handful of coins from here and there, all different printings and mints.
I want to examine this book, maybe with Rezik as well. Does it look like other books that we have in our possession?
Not really. Nothing like this. It doesn't look like it's a book that was meant to be... or that came from any kind of press.
It doesn't look like it's bound in, gosh, what were the other ones bound in? Human leather, specifically?
It does look similar, actually.
Okay.
To that human leather. The map you have of the world that you had given in human skin.
Yeah, the
this
map was made of human leather.
Thin like that human leather map. This book, tied together with twine, very haphazardly almost. The pages look like they've been well worn and used. It's been opened and pages turned many, many, many times.
So this is all very tempting, right? But I am concerned. I know that he was saying we're basically ants to him, but he might still have cursed these things. So maybe we'll just kind of take it slow, possibly. What do you think, everyone?
I'm off in the corner, like pinned it to my chest, like jamming.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
I'm like just examining things before he would have said anything. I probably would have very haphazardly just jumped right in to check out stuff.
Yeah. I already have my pole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always
I'm-
been
I mean,
ready.
Probably like
Again,
licked it at this point too.
I'm like
Ugh.
looking around for other things that maybe were dropped in the ground and dirt in corners.
Okay. Yeah, roll an investigation check.
Doesn't taste like it's just metal. What do you?
17.
Trying to get a sense of it.
17. You find lots of scraps of bones and food and remnants. You find a couple copper coins on these really thin threads that maybe were a necklace of some sort. They don't look well crafted. They just look like a hole had been bored through them through sheer force, not through any forging technique, and put on a necklace with a couple bones as well. Jewelry that these troggies might have worn. And for the most part, that's all you find of note. Nothing really hidden.
And that was in the bag, or was that? Sorry, I missed that.
That was just all. She was searching the premises.
all over. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and you
Okay.
find a couple of these necklaces that seem to be handcrafted by the troggies. None of them of
Gutter
particular
jewelry.
notes. Exactly.
And all of
All right.
the items were in one tent for the most part, or
They
did
were
we
scattered
examine?
all about the premises. Those spears they had were rudimentary, but they worked as a spear that they threw. And then other than that, it seemed like they did a lot of their hunting with their own claws and their natural weapons.
Anyone want to check out that bag of coins?
Sure. Let's just be careful.
Just
I'll
dance in the corner.
use.
Friendship coins?
I'll get a stick and kind of just. I'll
Perhaps.
just try to look through it a little bit, but just being
I
very,
will push
very.
him out of the
one
way and
that-
shove my hand
Oh.
into the friendship coins.
Oh,
Well, the bag on the
Oh.
ground with all the friendship coins, you dig out a bunch of different coins, as I said, from different parts of the world, clearly different mints, but
Not that
big
bad.
bag of gold, hundreds and hundreds
Yeah.
of coins. There's also a bag on top of the table that looks equally as full.
Oh, yeah,
it's
it was
it's
that
a much
bag.
smaller
That
bag.
bag.
I was
looks
trying to
more
buy that
like
he
a-
was poking through. Because
Oh, okay.
he was poking through a bag of coins, right?
Yeah, so there's a second bag of coins on the table. It's a smaller bag. It seems to be bursting with coin, but it looks more like something you'd throw onto like a belt pouch or something. Something you'd use as like a small wallet. And again, it's made of this very, very nice velvet cloth that seems to have be untarnished. Depending on, like, a lot of these things look very old, and this bag doesn't look.
Do any of them like
There you
look
are.
particularly good at like holding things?
Maybe. So if you open it up, so Rezik, you start poking this bag on the table, and the second you touch it, the loud sounds of like jangling coins come from this bag as it seems to fall over, and just an inordinate amount of noise kind of comes out of this bag.
That's odd.
interesting.
How much is in there?
I don't know.
And Pup,
Let's
you said
scatter
you
these
had-
things.
You had reached inside?
Yeah.
And as you're pushing this friendship coin bag, Pup, you run over, throw your hand inside, and you find nothing inside it.
Oh.
That's even more interesting.
The bag is
That's a funny
empty, and
joke.
not only is it empty, like it doesn't have
Oh.
any extra dimensional space, nothing to it. It's just a bag. But when you shake it, the bag jangles
I
like
imagine that's
it's
exactly
full.
So James, just to be clear, it's an empty bag of coins.
It is an empty bag of coins.
Tight. Okay.
Use
Yeah.
roll an investigate an intelligence check, Rezik.
Okay.
I don't like
Maybe
it.
history.
Well-
Maybe history.
Wait,
Well-
but it made noise? It made coin noise
Yeah,
when you poked it?
it's a fucking joke bag.
Someone
Yeah,
Rezek,
it's a
roll-
joke. It's a joke
Rezek.
from one of our.
Roll
sorry,
a-
18.
roll a-
Dragging bodies to the artificer to help him burn them. I'm just gonna
Okay.
be useful.
Yeah, and as you
Yeah,
do, he
fine.
kind of looks up at you with an eye, just and kind of like, all right, I'll accept the help. And Rezek, what was your intelligence check?
Oh, intelligence. Sorry. So with intelligence, that would be a 16.
16. You've seen something like this before. In the highest echelons of society, some, especially the younger men, trying to have lots of bravado and shows of wealth, would wear bags similar to this when they didn't want to actually carry a ton of coin around, but they would go to some like the Raven's Nest or something, a seedier part of town to show a little bit of their bravado. Sometimes he would wear things like this, or when their fathers wouldn't give them allowances, because you got to work closely with them in the commission because of your magical affinity. You got to see a lot of people, and you know that there's a lot of items like this that are around. Magic items, just like pure vanity for very, very rich nobles. So when you see this pup's hand go in and pull out nothing, that kind of triggers in your head. You're like, this is something Fitz would have worn.
Yep. This is okay. I know what this is. This is just a simple funny bauble. It's magically. It sounds like it's full and looks like it's full, but it's empty. This could be good for Cornelia. You can kind of trick people with that if you wanted to.
All right. It has the same effect as what pups have. What pups doing?
Yeah, and you hear just coins like
You can-
falling all over themselves in Pup's
Yes.
hands as they dig through the bag wildly.
Just watching. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could wear this.
It's free, but
It's
No,
horrible, isn't
oh
it?
God. Oh gosh. Pup,
horrible.
okay, pup, stop. It's not. It's empty. It's empty.
no.
It is. Trust me. Look,
But it's-
and I'll use a minor illusion to make I'll have a bag in my hand, and make the sound of chain shaking around. But then I'll put my hand through it and be like, "It's just an illusion. It's not real."
And
It's
I
like this.
try to pick this entire bag up and shake it around, like by the bag.
Yeah. And it's just
I'm smacking it with my hand. My hand doesn't go through this one.
It's yeah, but it's hard to. It's more of a physical illusion. It's more like it's a
Slam it on
practical
the
joke.
table and go to the other
Oh.
coin bag and start digging through that one.
Okay, well,
yeah. So you go to the other coin bag and you start digging through it. Coins just start showering out of this bag that you have.
Yeah, that's more like it.
I'm snapping them, grabbing them with
Grabbing them
my
out of the air. Yeah.
tagging them. There we go. Putting them away.
Okay.
just definitely just.
Keep them flying. Keep them flying, pup.
And I just
All right.
Friendship.
Oh gosh, it's a lot of friendship coins. Don't lick. You don't have to lick everything.
I
God.
have to get a sense of it. I don't know. That's what my family did. That's what my family got a
Fine.
sense of. They smell it and then they lick it.
All right.
Sorry,
but-
that's how
okay.
I was raised.
Next is a dagger. Don't lick the dagger, please. Sharp. All right, this dagger. Obviously, Cornelia should have the dagger, right?
I'll give it to her.
Oh, me?
I'll give it to her.
It's gonna happen at some point. Okay, yep, take it. Let's take it. I don't want.
Oh.
then I hand it to
Oh.
Cornelia.
Oh.
So there's no poison on it, I see.
All
You
right.
lick this.
Blood
You
starts
lick this.
coming out of your
This,
mouth.
this case, and Pup. Surprisingly, the metal itself almost warm, not cool, but not hot. But the metal itself is almost warm to the touch, unnaturally so.
That was like the same feeling in my mouth, like the same temperature, like when I drink the hot chocolate. It was like warm, or it wasn't hot, and it like wasn't cold. It was like just right.
Interesting. I wonder what's that would provide for a dagger to be warm. Maybe it's a
Butter well.
Can I look
Yeah,
at it more?
that's true.
Does it have
Yeah, are
anything?
you gonna pull it out of the sheath?
Yes.
Stand back.
Okay. Everyone kind of takes a few steps back, and Cornelia
There's a reason I'm far away.
and this beautiful, beautiful black blade with a thin edge on one side. This dagger is crafted by someone who's an absolute master. Rezik, you've never seen anything like this. Kelwise either, in all your years of seeing lots of various different kinds of weapons. This dagger has a curved blade with it on the back of it. There's this extra point that's meant for just rending, to deal extra damage, to rip through flesh while you're cutting it. There's two opposing gold crescents that make the guard of the blade, one up and then the other protecting your hand on the side, like this. And snaking down the length of the grip is this light, almost teal metal that shines. And as you look at this blade, it's pretty heavy. And Rezik, you would notice almost right away, living in capital city, that this blade seems to be made of crowstone, and the actual blade itself lined with some kind of almost vibrating metal that you've never really come across before, that just kind of has, and it's like this dagger has its own sense of presence. As you hold it, Cornelia, you feel some kind of power coming from this dagger. Hard to tell what it is.
I like this.
My.
If it's made of crowstone, does that mean it can't break?
I mean, it's yeah, right. I mean, that's wow. That's a hell of an item.
Only one way to find out.
Let's
Yeah,
get
that's
this
further.
all.
I like how he immediately muted, like,
Where'd that come from?
I feel like they're probably not cursed, but like maybe they are. That one for sure might be cursed. That's a pretty crazy item, Cornelia.
Stab
for you,
with
though.
it. Let's see.
I'll keep it safe then.
Don't
Let
you
it
have-
sit in my pants.
Did you have like
Keep
a
playing
curse
music.
check?
Don't talk. Okay. What was that? Show us?
You can't like check it for curses. Just
I
magic.
can't. Well, we'll have to go
Yeah,
to Ogden.
magician. Check it for curses.
Well, maybe
Ogden.
Ogden, or we can ask the other guy that we need to go and see once we get back to, who I'm talking about, the magus.
Yes. The mages. Yes. All right. I'm gonna put this book away. I don't want to even think about opening that up. Put that away. And lastly, the mirror. I'm gonna examine the mirror for a little while. I'll use detect magic and kind of just look
Yeah,
at it
you
for a
cast
while,
dema-
examine it.
You cast
I'm leaving
detect
the room for
magic,
that one.
and the mirror itself lights up
Yeah.
with a sense. You get a sense that it has some kind of illusionary magic in it. And as you look in this mirror, something about it. You look at yourself, and it's you. Clearly, it's Rezik staring back at you, but just maybe Rezik on his best day, looking his finest. Something about it. You just feel good about yourself staring into it.
My
A
mind.
sense of,
wizard,
almost,
Rezik.
confidence is bestowed upon you.
Okay. Well, this mirror makes you feel good about yourself. That's cool. It's a little bit too big for us to take with us, though. But it's interesting.
It's like,
Trust, what are you? Why are you playing in the corner over there? What's going on?
I just laugh maniacally and continue playing, just like it's a high
doesn't
like I've
bode
never
well.
had before. You know?
Wow.
Never had.
Okay, well, don't
anyone
look in this
actually-
mirror at the same time. It's just going to be too much for you, obviously. So
I
be careful.
hear don't look in the mirror, it'll be too much for you, and I stop playing. Oh. What's that's too much for me? And I walk over and look in the mirror.
Trust, you look in the mirror and you see yourself as you kind of always knew yourself to be. You see yourself
That's right.
debonair and suave, but also with a sense of fierceness to you. A silent darkness that unobtainable.
Do I see that too when I look at Trust in the reflection?
That's what you see in the
Unattainable
mirror.
darkness?
Yeah, but in like a very good, mysterious way.
Like it's like enshrouding me? Is that what you mean? I'm like trying to understand what you're
Well,
doing.
yeah, it's like you look at yourself and you're like, I have a secret.
I just wink at myself and walk away.
And Rezik, you just see Trust in the mirror as you see Trust walking up to the mirror.
Interesting. All right, well, it's a nice bit of loot. Yeah, let's take this to Ogden when we get back home, or back to Adgarad, not home. But yeah.
Speaking of getting things like mirrors out of here, how are we getting out of here?
Good question.
We can't exactly fly. Well, some
Back
of you.
the way
maybe.
we came, right?
Oh, through the Walrus War? That
Well,
doesn't
you guys
sound fun.
know
Doesn't that
that
only happen once a day?
once a week. So you guys had spent that week on the island, so you're not sure that pathway's even open anymore to you.
Oh, God. Well, we made poison at
Here
least.
for a week.
That's good.
So.
That's true. We have tons of poison. Maybe someone
We
will
have
buy
a-
it
we
and
have a
sell us a
way
boat.
out.
Oh, actually, by the way, Archivist, do you like poison? I mean, jam? Never mind.
Work on your delivery.
He doesn't even he's just still
Don't mind. Don't
burning
mind
the
him.
bodies. Now burning the bodies that Rezik is Dresden
good
is throwing
jam,
into the pit.
Yeah. You know,
Oi!
just-
Do you have any boats archived in here? I shout to him.
I don't think that's how it works.
Can you
Yeah,
like
let's-
pull one out of there for us so we can get home? Out of your hair?
Unfortunately, I can only pull mines from the confluence. These items simply were anomalies that have popped out.
You
Right,
know any
well-
ship rides?
How do we get back then?
I have no idea.
Well, you don't want us to stay here, so you better help us figure it out.
Just wait with words.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure out of all those mines in your library, I'm sure someone has a memory of getting out of here, right?
What is? He's thinking.
I was trying to help.
Rezik has a mage hand now over his mouth.
Yeah.
What makes you think I
don't
don't
know.
enjoy your company?
Oh, you made it pretty clear you don't want nothing to do with us. That's pretty suspicious of you going back on your word like
Well,
that.
Them.
That's a double negative,
yes,
but you get the idea.
But you are quite interesting. Maybe I could learn a thing or two from you.
Yeah, he's gonna throw us into the.
Can I suck his
Continuing
soul? Do I see veins?
You don't see any veins. No. This is
Does that only happen when you turn people on? Does he look turned on right now?
So it happens when I charm them. I've been playing very brilliant music for the last 10 minutes.
You gotta-
I don't know how he feels right now.
You need to play to your
you
audience. You need to play
also
to your audience.
said you were
Books,
laughing.
reading,
You were
knowledge.
laughing maniacally
Turned
while
on
you were
yet?
playing.
And also, though, you
Just
noticed the
once.
veins in that
One
guy that
with
was sleeping. So maybe
Yeah.
when they're also like
When they're
unconscious or something.
unconscious or under my thrall
Mhm.
in whatever
good
way
word.
that may be.
In a weakness, yeah.
I only
Someone
laughed
knocked him over the head.
maniacally once, not the whole time. Oh my god.
Look,
Couldn't even hear what you were playing. You were laughing so loud.
if I can get on with my research,
Yes.
maybe
I
in
mean,
the
there's just
morning
another
we can
dozen
work on
bodies.
something to get you off of this island and away from
Hey.
me.
Brilliant!
Great. Yeah. Let's
Does
move
this
away from this.
seem amenable?
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks very much.
And he continues just
Uh,
burning the bodies.
Quick question for you:
They're floating.
if you pulled mines out through the confluence, then how did the other people get here?
The other people.
Yeah, I mean like the Troggies and the Wildlings and et cetera, et cetera.
Well, I suspect the same way that all those items you're carrying did. Anomalies.
Does
and
like
such.
does like an anomaly come out each time you takes a mind? Is it like
Not every
balance,
time.
karma?
But sometimes things have been known to come out. A testament to the Confluence's power, really. These items.
Very, yes, very much so.
Maybe just memories, really, of someone's mind, to be able to recreate an item from one's memory.
It's a big brain move right there.
Wild stuff.
Incredibly useful.
You know?
Yes.
If a boat pops out, let us know. Let's move away from the powerful mage. Let's go. Come on, let's go, everybody.
Well, I mean, we should probably spend the night inside the walls, no?
Sure.
It's
Just away from
probably
him
the most
if possible.
defensible place on the island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't we just stay in the tent? He doesn't seem to have any use of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, the tent's inside the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great,
is this like
great.
is this like an 8-man tent?
No, I mean it's also like a tent that's been like horribly weathered. There's holes all up and down it, so it'll provide a little bit of cover, but not much. And it could probably fit 4 or 5 of you.
Yeah, and we have camping supplies. We're fine.
Yeah, we have sand-colored tarps still. What are we doing this for? What's it this
And
time?
who's sleeping inside and who's sleeping outside?
I can go take a tree.
Cool.
That's fair. I'll sleep outside anyway. How big is that hole in the wall that everyone was running through earlier? in
Maybe
the day?
10 feet. The rubble stacked maybe
Wide?
3 or 4 feet high. Yeah.
All right. No, I'm not fixing that. It'll be fine.
Way too much work.
Yeah, and you guys settle down. By this time, the sun pretty low in the sky. Do you guys want to do anything tonight? Well, you got it. Most of
Sure
the
if you were
bodies.
finishing that sentence.
Yeah,
you know?
sorry, I was going into my stream deck. Most of the bodies fully burned by this point. There's a few pieces of body left that he doesn't seem like he's going to fiddle with. That smell of burning bodies still kind of lingering in the air. He doesn't seem incredibly perturbed by it. He has his own light and is sitting just on a wall on the other side of this structure, writing in a book. And he has his book out, and it seems like this quill is just writing on its own, not by his own hand. He's just writing in this book with his mind.
Mel reminds you of home, hey, Rez?
A little.
Yeah.
Even
Let's
the
build a fire.
dickishness, really, honestly. But
That's
yes,
fine.
let's build a fire.
Yeah, we're gonna build a fire just in sort of the corner where like 2 of the walls meet.
Oh,
so
there
we
was
get
a big
little bit
fire
of
pit,
windbreak.
wasn't there?
Isn't it out in the middle of? Where is it?
It was pretty
Or the
close
well?
Like a
to
little
the middle.
south of it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Inside or outside of the walls?
inside.
It's inside.
Oh, okay. Well, look at over here. Let's go, Wise. Look at you.
Yeah, and you guys see that perfect imprint of where a tiefling had sat and played their ukulele with a serene sense of confidence. For
Well, that's outside the walls, but inside the embattlements. But that's neither here nor there. So, I don't know if anyone has anything they want to do tonight, but I'd like to have a little bit of a conversation.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone,
about?
drag up a rock.
Oh boy, here we go. What's he
Great.
want to say now?
and you see Fitz
I'll-
kind of
I'll-
I just
roll,
like dig a
rolls his
little hole
eyes,
for me
and
to like.
Fitz walks over and sits down.
I'll make some tea.
I want to get the largest rock I can find.
Okay. Roll a
Make a
roll a
rock.
survival check. We're gonna see.
Get Dwayne
'cause
the
there's
rock
some
down
there's some
quick.
big rocks, but getting it over to the fire pit is gonna take some ingenuity on your part.
I have an 18.
An 18. So Kelwise very quickly makes a sort of track system using some of the rubble and slides this big rock, maybe 3 or 4 times his own weight, using a series of levers and pulleys and shoves.
Legs
he
don't
just-
even hit the
yeah,
ground when he's sitting
exactly, and you just over time.
Yeah, just
And
sit
then-
there and wait for him.
Yeah. And this
Nice
takes
move.
maybe 10 minutes, but Killwise clearly has
It's gonna be worth it.
the
It's gonna be
biggest-
worth it. Just
the
hold on.
biggest
No doubt.
rock in the circle by a landslide.
No doubt. That 10 minutes, that gives me enough time to take my armor off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help you out with that.
Oh,
I want to cast dancing lights just around,
spots.
make
Okay.
this family conversation pretty.
And your dancing lights, what are they doing? Are they just holding steady, or are they moving a little bit, surrounding you?
I want them to like move around the circle like lazy little fireflies.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys have 4 of these dancing
But
fireflies.
maybe
just
every
kind of-
time one of them gets or near Dresden, it gets like a little too close.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Everyone comfy? Everybody having a grand old time?
Yeah.
Just holding
Get
on
on
to my
this rock.
stick. I'm like hugging my new
Right?
stick.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Cornelia, do you still have that jug of interesting stuff?
Yes.
The
Okay.
flask. The flask
Yes.
of
Yeah, the flask. What's in it now?
Probably the same thing.
And you taste again that same sweet wine. It's a little bit stronger this time, and it's a little less sweet.
Sweetberry wine.
Are you just pouring it out onto the ground?
No, I've got. Look, this is the international sign of my tankard is being filled.
Sorry.
But now
tried.
I want to.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
I want to put it on the ground.
I'm like just trying to
I-
like follow it. I'm like, no, come on. All right.
I want to grab it and take a sip, or ask for it and take a sip.
Here you
Can
go.
I have this?
It's not poison, trust
And
me.
Dresden, you're someone who's had lots and lots of liquor in your time.
Sweetberry wine.
And this wine tastes pure, very, very pure, high grade, something that you've only had maybe walking into rich people's houses and just you see something on the shelf and you're like, yeah, don't mind if I do. You know, a few times.
It sets a tone for an interrogation well. When you
Yeah.
steal someone's alcohol from their actual own bar and pour a drink for yourself, it's a time-honored tradition. Yeah, so once everyone's been served, Killwise, can you do me a quick favor?
Sure.
Can you knock an arrow real quick?
Yeah.
Can you pull it back as far as you can? Aim up
Whoa.
about 45 degrees and just let it go?
What direction?
Oh, any direction. Just don't hit the guy that's reading.
Okay, yeah, I aim like purposefully not above where our party is.
Well, 45.
Yeah, at 45.
Okay.
And you let it go.
Loose.
Let it go.
And the arrow flies way up in the air and goes approximately 320 feet.
Killwise, how far would you say that went?
80 feet.
Listen, once it got over the trees, I lost sight of it. I'm really not sure, to be
Yeah.
fully honest with you.
wait.
Had it gone pretty far,
Yeah.
you know.
All right. Could you hit something that far, do you think?
Um,
Be tough, right?
be real tough.
But
Is
it
he
can
getting
happen.
bad voiced right now?
It could happen. I suppose it could happen. You
All right,
know.
so-
yeah.
How many of us have something like that?
Not me.
Nothing?
I mean, I got these babies, and I hold my kunai between my fingers.
These
So-
babies.
I think the main thing we need to just remember is, we don't have to be right next to people to kill them. And sometimes,
Boy, I do.
all right, well, I mean, if we can distract you from lullabying everyone to actually enter battle, we'll get there in a second.
Oh, I would like to say the lectures seem to be pointed towards Kellwise, but I do have to ask Trust. I mean, I know that we kind of ruined your plan of peace, by kind of getting in there and messing it up, but like you kind of just sat there for a very long time just playing your lute. Were you that mad at us?
Oi, I'm pretty sure I was under a spell. Yeah.
Oh.
And that reads.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense now. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really know what was going on for a while there.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah.
I don't
Whereas
like
even
it.
I understood that.
I think he knew too.
Shade.
Oh, I don't do very well at. I don't.
I knew.
Yeah. But point being,
Oh, okay.
have we learned any sort of lesson from these two examples?
We're unkillable.
Well, yes, obviously.
Mm,
If a fiery
uh,
Miata can't kill me, I'm sure I'm
Well,
invincible.
Pup,
Aim
we're
up.
not necessarily unkillable. I do not have that vial of special liquid the Eden Bowels graciously
true.
gave me. So please, let's try not to put yourself in that situation again. Please. Please?
I
Alright.
didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, to be
know, I
fair,
know.
to be fair, this time it wasn't really a fault or their fault. Sorry, it wasn't really their
Right.
fault.
I think
Yes,
the
well,
main
it
thing.
does seem to not be their fault quite often.
Are you blaming the victim?
No, I just think...
My God,
A
Fitz! I never thought in a million years.
certain air of caution is in order, I would think.
Yeah, no. I'm with Fitz on this one.
I
think
don't know
what we
what's
need-
happening.
You what?
Listen,
Alright.
listen, listen. All right.
confused now
Yeah.
too.
All right,
We
hold
went
on.
in.
Hold
We
on.
went.
Everyone.
Am I in
Everyone.
trouble?
No. No one's in trouble because we're alive. But here's the thing, we need to talk about roles. All right, if we're going to keep doing this and we want to stay alive, what we need to do is be actually fulfilling roles that complement one another and not running around willy-nilly falling down dead. Hello. Missing all the time and forgetting that, the biggest, baddest guy is the guy that usually has to go down first. And if we have to do it with a long shot when he's looking bloody, that's what we do. Yes, pup?
So you want us to roll instead of run?
Absolutely.
You said you
Everyone
want
else,
us to roll
what I mean.
instead of running around.
No. You're going to have a job to do. Right?
But what does this have to do?
When you were
He-
hunting
Do I
with
have
your
to
mom
roll?
and your pack, did
And
you
run?
have a job to do? No. So you just did your own thing, even though you were in a pack.
I don't know. We all just kind of did stuff.
All right. Well, if you weren't paying attention, you were probably just doing it automatically. You were working together as a team, and that's what we need to do. All right? Or else we're gonna get our shit kicked in, and it's gonna actually sting and last. All right. Look at Thargan over there, and he's probably still just laid against the tree out in the darkness.
Yeah,
Thargan.
one of you might lose a finger. Carewise. Oh,
Where's your arm?
Low
yes,
blow,
yes,
Fitz.
yes.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
the joke. Trust, and it just hurts when you say things like that to me.
Oh my.
Yeah, you kind of deserve
Listen, everyone. I think that yes, it got really messy, right? But I thought we did. We all lived. Did an amazing job. We killed that pup. Killed that chief guy with a freaking flying dagger thing.
Babies, and I whip them out
That was
again.
cool. Yeah. So I think overall we did a great job. But I think that Dresden's right. We could probably work on some of the strategy. Maybe like find certain things we can do better, right? Maybe train some more together. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, how do you just take someone out though? That was scary.
Yeah, especially like over walls. I mean, I couldn't even see the guy, to be fully honest.
There
Well,
were
that's-
people there, and then they weren't
rule
there.
one.
It was
You
freaking
can't
out.
kill what you can't see, right?
Hmm.
You got to
Mhm.
find a position, hopefully, that someone can't get you, that you're able to see them. Height your friend, climb a tree, right? Shoot down. That sort of thing. No?
So, like, cue boot camp montage with Dresden?
Not running
Yeah.
the
Yes.
danger room.
We're all
Yes.
like sweaty. Tentacles.
I mean,
Yeah, I want to fire arrows standing on walls
like-
and standing next to
that's so cool.
walls. Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. We could have a little training camp, maybe
All
Lifting
like
logs
Mr.
up and
Miyagi
down.
pup, like
Yeah.
Like the crane position on the corner of that wall.
Yeah,
Switching
I'm
feet.
doing that too. But in the golden hour, so there's like perfect sunlight.
It's backlit. Or
Yeah.
what's it called? Crown
That
lit?
sounds good.
Silhouetted.
Hair lit? No.
Oh,
what's
his
it?
rim job?
Rim, yeah, his rim.
Rim lighting.
Lighting his
You know
rim.
what? No, you're right. We should all just die. It would make this a lot easier.
We should all just die.
Anyway,
But we live instead.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, be aware that you can attack from a distance, that we need to make sure that we're strategically placed, right?
I really
If someone's
can't,
bringing down-
Tristan.
You can't do anything from a distance.
Not really. Can cast dancing lights pretty far, but they're not much good. As one of them smacks into his head.
That's okay. We'll find it. We'll find a certain role for each person, like you were saying, right? So
How
if you
far
can't do
does
long
that
distance,
thunderblast thing go? The crotch cannon.
It's a 15-foot radius, or 15-foot cone.
All right, so
it
you can
doesn't
be
have
15 feet
distance.
away from someone.
That's not far.
It's out of their reach, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I'm not going closer than that most of the time.
Other than when you were sitting at this fire, just surrounded.
That
by...
was different. I was under a spell. I was trying to
How'd you
broke
get
a
under
peace.
that spell?
Trying to broke a peace.
You
Because
didn't get a
you're all
word out of your mouth.
savages. You wanted to kill them. Without
To
knowing.
be fair,
we all took a vote and
Replacement.
we voted to try to do the peaceful thing.
yes, we
Yeah.
did.
But
I
maybe
can see why, yeah.
if we're gonna do that in the
Yeah.
future, we have a fallback plan, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, fine.
Involving poison, probably,
And
because we have a lot.
Hopefully, I
We
hope
have
it
so
don't
much of it now.
fire.
Well, maybe it gets stronger as time goes on. There's
Yeah,
some
maybe it
of
just
that,
gets
right?
better.
Smear
And
me.
by better, we mean worse.
Much worse.
We also need like a signal for when we're gonna run. Maybe we'll just do a caw caw.
Oh, that's a great
Fine.
signal.
That's a great signal.
I
Here's
think
the
that's
thing,
great.
though.
Yeah.
We got to remember who needs to run first and when we need to run, right?
Mhm.
I probably shouldn't be running away first because I'm a fucking giant ball of metal, right? I can stand and sort of create a wall that you guys can go, and then I'll catch up, right? But
Will you catch up?
of course I'll catch
He
up.
was
You
pretty
can't-
quick.
Did you see me jumping?
I did
Probably get
actually.
cancer from that, but
I think
Well,
that
amazing.
in general,
Thank you,
I
Nita.
probably fight the most close up,
right.
and I think that I'm the fastest.
Mm-hmm.
So I should always be the last one out.
Well,
Assuming I'm not being carried out.
You
that's
Yeah.
the problem.
you usually
That's
are the last
you-
one out. Yeah.
you've-
That
That's-
usually happens.
How many times have you gone unconscious while we've been fighting things? Yeah,
That's a bad
How
sign.
many times have I not?
I don't
Once.
think you've
I
ever
can
not.
count that many.
But
Maybe
you know what
one.
I mean. So we have
I
to
don't
be
think I've
ready
ever. Wait, have I? No, the first time.
the first
The
time.
clacker.
I did with the clacker, but I
You
did it
survived the
when
clacker.
we
That
fought
was
that big
Reza.
worm thing.
Mhm.
All I'm saying is get me a new soul, and I'm gonna be unstoppable next battle. Who knows
Well,
what I can do?
Then quit
Yeah, take the
tackling
troggies.
madly and start actually seducing folks.
Can you do a troggy?
Mm,
They're all dead.
They're all dead.
Oh, they have to be alive, fully alive.
um.
I assume that makes sense. It's a soul.
So are we just okay with taking anyone's soul now? Are we okay with
No.
just killing people so that you can kill other people? Is that like where we're at now?
No,
Or-
I'm thinking like we find a nefarious bad-like type who's doing no good and is a menace to society and can never be turned around.
Is that not
Dude.
subjective?
Is this coming from the same
Oh, wow.
woman that just wanted to,
I thought you
Or
wanted to do that
peace?
peacefully
right?
with.
So she's
But
saying we'll find
now
someone that's
you're-
for sure evil, like someone that's really
Mhm.
like nasty and gross,
And how do you
maybe
know that?
racist or whatever, and then we'll kill him. And
So
Yeah,
is
that's
that
what I'm
is
saying.
that
How
our?
do you know that? Is that the bar?
that our
Where's
checklist?
the bar?
You have to become
I'm
sorry,
stalkers Stalkers
Is that the
sorry.
only? Is that the only
Racially
checkpoint we
intolerant.
have on this list for
Are we-
people who we can kill?
Oh, I'm sorry. We don't kill anybody. You're right. We've never killed
No,
anyone
Rez,
before.
here's
right?
the thing. How are you gonna know someone's bad without witnessing them doing something?
Maybe
Well,
we go to
witnessing
the
them do something
hospital.
really bad.
Maybe we go to the hospital and the people
So-
that are almost dead.
We can put them
No,
out of their
what is-
misery.
What's the matter with you people?
That's not a bad
Not
idea.
bad.
I'm
Not
not
bad,
bad.
no.
I'm not mad about
No.
that.
No.
Why not? That's not a bad idea. They're pretty much dead anyway. What if they want to die?
Quite humane.
No, it's not.
Maybe
Is it-
they
is it
want it.
It- It's very painless, I'm sure.
Sleepy by forever time, you know?
You didn't have a problem with this when we was seducing them's guards that we needed to get. God, you killed one of
Yeah,
them.
they were.
You put a spike up his bum, didn't you? That's not very humane.
I wasn't being humane, but we also knew that they were, for a fact, a part of a human trafficking thing.
That's what
So we
I'm
will kill
saying.
people that we know for a fact are part of an evil thing. Yes,
Or
exactly.
already
And all I'm
died.
saying is it's
Dying.
incredibly difficult to know that.
Well, we've figured it out once. We can do it again.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I'm talking about killing people.
Valentine.
So that we have
It's Valentine.
an advantage the next time we have to kill people. It seems a bit circular.
I
All
think
I'm saying is, picture this. We know he's going into a battle, or we're about to fight some baddies, like we're approaching upon some people who's nefarious, and we're definitely going to battle them. Before we go in, I'll just sing them a lovely song, bat my lovely eyelashes, get them in love with me, and then maybe I take one in the alley, suck his soul, and then use it to help us kill the rest of them, because we was already going to kill them all anyway.
There you go.
That's what I'm thinking.
And what happens when you end up next to the campfire with him?
What?
well, then we throw rocks at Trust until they come
There you
back too.
go.
Then we
That
kill the
didn't
big
work. We
bad.
tried
Use
that
your-
last
your
time.
bow.
Didn't work.
We tried
We
that.
then we
Yeah.
kill the big bad guy.
Look, all I'm
No.
He's
saying
dead.
is,
He can't do that to me again.
if you can hit people from 15 feet away, run up to 15 feet, hit them, and then run away if you're out of their reach. That's all I'm saying. And if you can shoot people from hundreds of feet away, even if it's a little harder, but they're on their last legs, do that. Rezik, just do better. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, just keep in mind, Dresden. Keep in mind, we were both trained in the commission. I mean, you mostly trained me, but you were trained in the commission, and you know a lot of stuff about strategy and tactics. But a lot of them haven't. They were all on their own in different things.
That's why we're having kumbaya, and I'm getting hit in the head
Yeah,
with these
so-
lights every 30 or 40 seconds.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to. You'll just do more of that.
I'm not
Like
saying
we'll
it's-
have to practice
I'm
and
not
do more of
saying,
that.
yeah, tomorrow we'll be ready. I'm just saying keep these things in mind, guys.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
we got to stay
It-
alive.
seems increasingly likely we're going to go into more and more of these things. So probably a good
Unfortunately.
idea to have this conversation now for the future.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
It's
And
smart.
remember, caca.
Does anyone want to do some sparring?
when it's time to run away?
I think we might need a
No.
different runaway because caca might mean come here or so, anyway. We'll discuss. We'll discuss.
Do we
Okay.
have it? Did we already use caca?
We've used caca before.
Oh.
Wait,
Did it
what?
mean
Wait,
something
wait.
else?
Oh, I have an idea. If we want to run away, what if we yell, "Let's run away!"
That's fair enough.
Bad.
Yeah,
It's on the
that
nose.
works. Retreat works.
And then there's no
And it worked
confusion.
last time.
And then what if there's like a bird somewhere that makes that exact same sound and we get really confused?
Yeah, Tristan, if you wanted to take charge so bad, why didn't you just start earlier, yelling out commands and stuff?
I've been doing that this whole time. I had a whole plan worked out.
Oh,
that
you kind of
involved
like,
poison.
He spent.
kind
He
of
wasn't a
like
tree.
time it.
Well, yeah, because I'm not in charge of you all.
Also that.
I am.
Well, maybe
You're your
you
own
should be
people.
on the battlefield. Maybe you should take charge of us. And
I don't want that
Yeah.
mantle, man.
I know you do say things, but you kind of more just mime them, and I can never tell what you're trying to say.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, what's
You're
with
terrible,
that?
mime.
You're not good at it, mate. And I know I'm a performer.
yeah. I know. But point being, look, I'm not in charge of you all, right? That's not how we
mean-
What if that's
We're
the
all
role
in
that you
charge
fill
together.
for battle? Though? You're talking about roles? Isn't that one of the roles that needs to be filled?
True.
Your feet fit in those shoes the bestest.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've
You're
smelled
right.
them.
Strategy.
All right.
That's
well,
you.
You're the
keep
battle
yours open.
master.
Don't say that.
No, I think he's better at debating.
Master.
He's
All
a
right,
master
Well,
at
master
it, really.
debater.
Nah.
There you go. There you
I
go.
don't get it.
I heard someone say that in King City, and I
What
don't
does
know
that
what it
mean?
means, but people were laughing. I don't know. I heard someone say
I
it in
don't
King
know
City.
either. Kellwise, explain this joke immediately.
Yeah.
What was the joke? He's a master debater.
Just
Yes,
really
but
good
you
with
laughed
But I heard
after
the
good
kids
enough.
saying
As if
that
it was
in
some
the
kind of
streets, They all
joke.
started laughing, and I don't know why.
I laugh
Why is
after
it
a lot of
funny?
things I say.
No,
Do
they
you?
were laughing at the joke that I just said, and I don't know why it was funny.
Rezik,
Fitz,
explain.
Fitz.
Oh, don't ask me.
It's all about touching yourself. What's that called?
Oh.
I don't
Good
get
one,
it.
There was
Kellwise.
an underlying
Good
meaning?
one. Oh, scallywag you.
I don't get it.
That's fine, pup. It's okay. We'll
Maybe
tell you when you're older.
I'm not. I'm
Ooh,
older than Fitz. Pink.
Are
Yeah,
you?
well, he is a dirty
Are you
mind.
truly?
Yeah. I've been around for.
Five.
You
He's
can't
human.
count that high.
He doesn't live as
I've been
long
around
as
for
you do.
4 5s of winners.
4 5s.
Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe you're a little
almost
older than
20.
me, but not much.
What number? What number is that? 4 5?
Same
How many is that?
20. 20.
20. Whoa.
Yeah. So they are your elder Fitz. Respect them.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
All right. Well, guys.
Yeah.
In closing, I guess. If you want me to be the master battle debater, that's fine. But, you know, just listen for my voice then, right?
Caw.
Ooh,
Listen,
ooh,
mate.
Pup,
Let's
Huh.
run!
what if
Yeah.
we act like your mother and your family? We can use the battle call of your kind.
Mine?
Yes. There it
Ooh,
is.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Works from very far
Yeah.
away. It's incredibly effective.
Except some of us have neighbors.
And that will mean to run away or to attack.
I thought we were gonna use word.
To run away.
Run away. Okay.
Right? Is that not what we were talking about?
Yes, it's
We
the
need a
runaway.
signal to run away.
Yeah.
Do like Morse
Well-
code with our mute buttons or something?
Actually, I have a question. Sometimes I'll do illusions, and it'll be a little confusing because you don't know that I'm doing an illusion. Should we have like a word I say when I do an illusion to make it more?
Caw.
Illusion! Just
Well, to
yell
be
that.
fair, you normally say
Well-
presto.
That might give it away.
Right, yeah, you say presto and something happens.
Presto. It might give it away. I don't know.
I think it's mainly on you to just not
Okay.
do that shit in confusing situations.
Copy? It still might be hard to know when I'm doing it, but sure. So no word. Just gonna go off of me just doing it, and hopefully. Okay. All right.
Wave your arms really crazy, and we'll probably get it.
Say
When was there an
Cornelia
illusion?
Co.
Make
That'll
the
do it.
image.
When has
No,
that ever been a
what-
problem?
No.
Rezik,
Okay.
I've never seen one of your illusions.
Several times actually on the boat when I fell off. In the cave in the dungeon with the spiders when I did the scream. There have been many times where it was very confusing, and I was like, "That
You
was
fought
probably
one of them,
confusing."
Fitz. So, Rez, make the image do something. Like put its hand up over
Make him
its arm
fight.
menacingly. You know?
Yeah,
better.
put something.
Sure.
Holding up,
Oh.
like 5 fingers
Oh,
or something.
you could just yell something gallant like
Caw.
Fitzwilliams.
That's
All right, yeah,
Cornelia
I'll
Co.
maybe.
You know what?
Co.
I'm
I'll
gonna
figure it
take.
out. I'll figure it
I'm
out.
gonna take that one. So every time before I do Thunder Wave, I'm gonna yell Fitzwilliams.
Oh,
I mean, you could just
I don't
shout,
hate
stand
it.
back, though, you know?
It's Fitzwilliams or it's hold on to your butts. You get one of them. Pick.
I kind of
Hold
like
on to
this
your
book.
butts.
Please, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with hold on to your
I
butt.
kind of like the
Okay.
first one.
All right.
Well,
Fight cities.
I would have chosen the other one, but okay.
Yeah.
What about when I almost pass out? I yell Fitzwilliams every time that I'm really close to going
Oh.
to sleep forever.
God, no.
Williams.
I don't want to associate feelings of dread with my
Yeah, that'll
fantastic
actually work.
given name.
Do that, pup. That's
no,
great.
of
Yeah.
Okay.
Kristen, I
It's
can't.
Fitz, it's your
decided.
job. It's your job to drag pup out. You know that, so you can't.
Oh.
I am your
You're
elder.
always next
Is
to
that my role?
to them.
I have some questions. Mainly,
Go ahead.
keeping up with Pup is incredibly hard to do. You see, they're fast and agile, and well, I have a bit of dexterity myself. Keeping up with Pup it seems to be very difficult to do. So if I'm to be glued to Pup, I don't know. You see where I'm going with this, Dresden?
Yeah, I was joking.
Well, use
dude.
the youngest and the lithest and the most adrenaline filled. So use the best for the job.
And the most handsome, so I'll take that
Yeah.
as a
Well,
compliment.
yeah. Well, sure.
Even with the scar. And he's staring at himself in the mirror. Ooh.
Yeah.
You dragged the old
think the
mirror,
mirror
all the way out
lies.
here,
Yeah,
Fitz?
he dragged the mirror all the way just so he could stare at himself from his room.
I'm running away. I'm here.
I hate you so much. Seriously though, Fitz,
Cornelia just
You need
runs off
to-
into the darkness.
you need to keep your eye on not getting surrounded. All right. I know we've filled your head with these gallant, you know, impulses, but seriously, you're no use to us if you're dead, and you're no use to us if we have to waste time pulling you back out.
Let's be honest. If I die in battle, then so be it. It'll be a gallant story.
Who's this guy?
Hip hip hurrah!
Is
What
he
do you do with
within
Fitz?
arm's reach of me?
Look. I know that my life has been an interesting tale, right? You could write novels about the things I've done and accomplished, but
A short story.
mainly,
Pretty short.
It'd be a
Short
short
novel.
story, yeah. Like,
my face has been
very
burned,
short.
and I seem to have been horrifically disfigured as so. And the more I think about it, what a fitting way for a Fitzwilliams to go out in battle, raging with soul drawn high, right? So if
Fitz,
need
look at
be,
me right now.
leave.
Fitz, shut
my-
the fuck up and look at me right now. Are you telling me that if you're surrounded and about to die, I should just let that happen?
Well,
Because
if
I
I'm
will.
Going down in a wave of blades or flame and glory, yes, just
All right.
let my
You've got it.
story end.
No
You-
one's going to
I
tell
see
your story, but you
I
will
see
be
no
dead.
other way of
Well-
closing this chapter on my life. You think I'm going to grow my arm back or fix this burn on my face? Of course not. That's never going to
Won't
happen.
you twos lose money if he dies?
No, that ship
Yeah,
sailed,
money.
sunk, was
Definitely
raised
died a long
again,
time
burned
ago.
down, sank to the
Yeah.
bottom, and it's
Yeah,
filled
it's
with
long
worms
gone.
at this point. No, God, if we brought him back now, they would kill us. They would
Yes.
absolutely kill us.
This
Yeah,
is
they
what
would
I'm
murder us.
We wouldn't
saying.
bring him back.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
no
they
good
would.
to my old life, nor my family alive, but at least
Yeah, but
maybe I
you've
can
got your new
serve the
life.
Fitzwilliams name, at least in my death.
Rasna
right?
might take you on with his crew. He seemed to like you.
Oh. It's funny.
He's
you
of your
mention
same
Rasma.
noble blood.
Well, spending time with him has given me a chance to think, you know?
that's the
Seeing
first one.
him moving about, so bold and confident, I realized that I was never meant for such high honors like that, which is fine. We are each inherited our own lot in life, correct? Dresden, you've said something similar,
Hey, kid,
so why not?
when you've changed your mind, just scream, "I was wrong," and we'll come and help, okay?
Probably when the swords are coming in, you'll get it.
Well,
All right? That's your ripcord.
I will let you
Otherwise-
know.
I'll let you die.
Thank you.
Are you saying if he screams that, you'll give him a hand?
Oh, I get to
Yeah,
that.
come
one.
on. It was pretty good.
It's pretty good. Yes.
Yeah.
So, just to recap, If you scream Fitzwilliams, that means Pup is going to pass out or Regic is shooting magic from his fingers. If you
Shouldn't
say
have to be
hold
too
on to your
different,
butts, that means Thunderwave is about to be shot from Trust. If you say, oh, that means run away. And if you say I was wrong, that means Fitz needs saving.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Joe never gonna
Pretty
hear me
straightforward,
say
right?
Mental notes.
Mental notes. Yeah, I think also, just communicate. Let's just communicate. Rez, you look a little worried.
He always looks like that.
You see something weird in the mirror?
I mean, I'm concerned. No, it's actually pretty nice. No, I'm concerned that maybe Fitz has some kind of complex. I don't know what it would be, but they have some kind of battle complex of like dying in battle is the best possible end to my story, which is like very scary, very worrying.
Well,
Mate, not your monkey, not your circus.
Yeah.
What?
Not your monkey, not your circus.
Here's the thing, Rez.
Not your flea, not your scratch.
Yeah, that makes more
Thank
sense.
you.
to me.
Thank you, Trust. Talk to him when everyone isn't looking at him because he's blushing.
Right. Speaking into walking into certain death, I think as a strategy as well from now on, when we meet very powerful wizards or magic users, let's just like treat them like they're like a big dragon or a beast, where you're just kind of like, okay, we're cool, we're gonna like walk away now. Like I appreciated you guys had my back there, but he like is really powerful. And like we could have easily got killed by him, so let's just kind of like try to be super composed, like not like talk back too much, because that could have ended poorly for us.
Fair, yeah.
No.
Try not to poke bears. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Don't poke the bear.
You can poke a bear, just you have to be faster than it.
Yeah, well,
That's
we're not
true.
faster than... I'm not faster than a bear. I sound like a bunch of pots and pans running through the forest.
I give you that cloak, it muffles it.
Well, yeah, a little. All those guys found me immediately, although it did help a bit. So thank you.
I think that they smelled you. Those guys were really good at smelling.
They're very good at smelling. Yeah, we should. I didn't even consider that. Next time we'll know. Yeah, that was bad. Shoot.
Next time,
Alright.
maybe we cover ourselves in poop.
Yeah, maybe.
Massive
Yeah.
smell.
We'll leave that till next
I
time.
think it was more that we didn't smell like them, but they did smell
Yeah.
quite bad, didn't they?
That's why I said
True.
poop.
Right.
I didn't say it to be funny. They smelled like poop.
All right. Good talk, everyone. Good talk.
Right.
They
Right.
have to wear their skin.
So,
Oh, what?
Cornelia from the darkness, just like sharpening her daggers.
Yeah, I
Cornelia
came
comes
back
running back
I
to the.
whispered that.
One last thing I will say before we go to bed. I have noticed something about these powerful wizards, though. They're very powerful,
Dicks?
yes, I know, and they're like, yeah, they're dicks and they're elves, but like, I noticed that they don't have like what I have, which is like friends, people who have my back, you know. So that's probably the biggest key to beating anything, right? Is just having people
Friends?
that care about you and that you love, that will defend you.
Like,
So
when you
we're
get
doing
more
pretty well.
powerful, we'll have to remind
That's
you not to
real
become an
mushy,
asshole.
mate. And then I go to bed.
Well, of
wait, are we your poop tree too then?
course. Yes.
Yes.
Tree poops back.
I'm
Great.
still not sure I understand that metaphor, but
It's like, it's where your home is, right? Like
yeah.
like the home is where your poop tree is.
Home is where your poop tree is.
And then if you guys are my poop tree, that means you guys are my home. It's like you're my pack, right?
Exactly.
Yes, but we're keeping this strictly metaphorical, correct?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Good time.
Duh, there's no poop trees around here.
Yeah.
That's dumb. You're so
Mm,
weird.
Okay, just checking. Just making sure.
But they might poop
Yeah.
on you, so just watch your back.
Honestly, it would be getting back for the amount of times that you have peed on me.
Can I get another
Mm.
glass of
That never
that
happened.
sweet berry wine?
It never happened.
It never
3
happened.
times.
That's never happened. I don't think I would have.
And I know how to count to that
myself.
number.
Doubtful. Doubtful.
I'm gonna take
Okay,
a
well,
glass of
good
the,
night.
of the sweet berry wine over to the archivist. See if he wants it.
Yeah, the archivist. You bring this cup over to the archivist, who's reading. He doesn't even look up. You just gonna hand it to him?
No, I was just gonna put it next to him on the wall.
You put it next to him on the wall. His head. He takes the cup and smells it.
Pretty good.
Where did you get this?
Flask that just won't stop pouring it out. My friend hasn't.
And he closes his book, stands up, and walks over. Might I see your flask, please?
Uh-oh. Sorry, Cornelia.
Why?
Oh, I promise I'm not going to steal it from you. I just want to see it.
Give him the flask. It's fine. It's okay.
Show it to
Just give
him.
him the flask.
I'm gonna show it, but I'll keep but hold on to it.
Yeah, and
You
you
got,
hold
like, a
on to it.
chain
And he's
on it,
like,
like a
he's
chain
like trying to
wallet.
pull it from your hand to look at it, but he's just like turning it to look
Give
at
him the
it.
flask.
And then he sees that unicorn on it. Oh, very nice. And he starts to cast a spell,
Stand back.
and it illuminates, and he looks deep into it. Oh, quite an amusing item you have there. Where did you come by this?
It was a gift. I won it
gift?
actually.
I highly doubt it was a gift or someone gave this to you. It's
Yeah, no, you got it on the
quite
ship, right?
specific.
I won
Yeah.
it.
Really?
Yeah, it was a gift.
We
man.
all won it.
And where did
Yeah,
they
but
Crowball.
happen upon
You don't play
this?
crowball?
No, afraid I have never had the pleasure.
Apparently, it's a high stakes game.
You won this in a
Listen out.
game called Crowball. Whom did you get this from?
A friend. Well, now he's a friend. Why?
Does his
What
friend
is
have
it?
a name?
You can
Well-
tell him. He'd probably just pull it out of your mind otherwise.
Do you guys, are you aware of the Royal Moragana wineries? Obviously not.
Maybe?
No, doubtful. Well,
Wait, which Crest
this
Crest worked at a bar.
No, trust didn't work. You might have heard of it, but you're not. You've probably never had it. It's very, very expensive. And the
Oh
and
yeah,
the
that's
wine.
the expensive stuff.
Yeah,
You see, this vial is a sort of thief of sorts. Someone has snuck in to the royal winery, where the finest wines in all the land are made, and this flask here takes a little off the bottom, not enough for anyone to notice, but just a teeny
Interesting.
bit. It's very interesting.
and he pops open the lid and smells it.
Oh, well, it's not complete yet, so you just hold on to this. Yeah, you just
I am.
Puts it
I'm
back.
holding on to it.
well, quite a trinket you've got there. Would you be willing to part with it for some coin?
No, but maybe another
No.
item.
Another item? Like what? Would you propose?
What do you have to offer?
Well, I have nothing on me except for my books and such. So unfortunately,
Rezik? You want
Rezik
anything?
intensifies.
I mean, if it's on the table, we can discuss it. I don't want to presume.
what are you proposing?
Is there any information or any knowledge or any learning you want, Rezik? Because if he doesn't have any items, I'd rather hold on to this than take gold.
It's fair.
If he wouldn't mind trading a book for it, if you wouldn't mind, Cornelia, I wouldn't. I mean, that'd be nice. But again, I don't want to presume anything. So,
It is really good wine, though.
Yeah, don't we have fancy cloaks? Maybe he wants one of them weird cloaks.
You want this cloak?
No, unfortunately. I have no need for something like that. Although very fascinating, no?
You have a cloak with someone trapped in it.
Yeah.
Hey, not to
Oh,
just
really?
as an aside, and I pull it out of my bag. There's a guy in here. You know anything about that?
And he does that same kind of spell where he looks at the magic.
Thank you.
Well, that's unfortunate, is it not?
Yeah.
He's,
Yeah, no, he's
his
kinda funny,
soul
but-
has been stuck. Something is anchoring his soul into this, well, this cloak. Unfortunately, this spell is incomplete. It has robbed him of his autonomy, at least in the physical realm. Terribly sad, right? He should be in there
Yeah.
forever, never able to move, no control of his own fate, just a companion of sorts for everyone else.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Hmm.
Is there any way to help him? Not that I really
Help
want to.
him. Well, you
It's kind
could
of
continue.
entertaining.
You could finish the spell, I assume.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Well,
But
I
this
mean, I
is
couldn't.
far out of my purview.
Red?
This is the magics of necromancy, soul transfer, and such. I deal more in the practical magics, such
Sounds
Trust
as
pretty
intensifies.
Necromancy, eh?
yes,
No.
so-called the
Could I
dark
suck
arts.
his soul out? Could I suck the
God.
soul out of your coat?
She's already biting the cloak, I'm sure.
Oh my god.
What do you mean, suck the soul?
What? Nothing.
Are you a Hojin?
I don't. What's that?
Bless you.
I suppose not, then.
Wait, actually,
If you want answers, Trust, this might be the place.
I'm not. I don't know what that is. But there's this thing I can do where I can suck a soul out of a person and then use it, and I gets real powerful. One time I got these wings and these giant claws, and I was badass.
Oh.
True.
Using soul magic. Huh. That's something far out of my purview. I've never touched it before. Usually it's outlawed in Morgana, so I'd rather not be exiled from my people.
Exiled
More-
from you exiled yourself by coming here. What do you mean, exiled from the people?
Exiled. I'm only here for a few thousand years, and I shall return.
Right, okay, fine, but could you tell me, like, what it is? What I am? I don't know anything about this.
You don't know?
No!
Sounds like you're an
Well,
outlaw.
you really should travel to Hojo if you want the answers to that.
Hojo? What?
Hojo.
Hojo.
In the hills. In the
Hojanum?
Mirrorlands. East of the Mirrorlands.
East of the Mirrorlands in
Loudest
Hojo.
keyboard ever.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yes. You might find
Trust whips out a keyboard. You don't say.
I usually
See, I
mute,
got green on this sucker.
I usually mute my mic when I type.
Wait, stuck with reds.
I love it.
It's not an uncommon story, Trust. You not knowing your heritage. I've met many a tiefling who did not
I got
know where they hailed from. It might be a dangerous or uncomfortable realization, but most of the tieflings come from Hojo for one reason or another. It's hard for me to say, but you might be interested to find those
Where is,
answers. Some people may be equipped not to know. Some people would rather not know their heritage if it's a particularly hurtful one. I mean, you were outcast, I assume.
I don't know, mate. I grew up on the streets, an orphan, so outcast in one way or another.
As I presumed. Now, how you got to Capital City is another matter. Entirely.
That's all I remember.
Yeah. Interesting. Indeed.
You think I was cast out because I'm so short?
No.
Never did understand that.
No, you were cast out because, well, you'll find out. Should you ever visit Hojo?
Where is Hojo?
It's east of the
Hojo.
Mirror Lands in the hills.
East of the mirror.
Oh.
It's the middle of nowhere.
Right. You still have? Do you still have Bart's memories in there?
Bart's memories. I have some.
Bartholomew.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yes, because he knew us. So you. Okay. Huh. That library is very interesting. I will say that. That's
Yes, you should try it
a
out.
lot of questions.
I'll try it out.
No.
I'm
I
good.
want to try it so bad. I want to
Smart.
try it out so bad.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does the Watchers or Serenity mean anything to you?
Serenity.
Yeah,
In what context?
the Watchers.
Watchers. Serenity.
Of the 3 Watchers.
And you notice almost a shadow across his face a little bit as he backs away a little bit.
Sorry, that's just trust lights.
Where have you heard of such things? Serenity.
So it does mean something to you.
Well,
What is it?
I wouldn't whisper it to. It's not what. Serenity
Who?
is a. Well, it is a who, but very complicated. I think trust you'll find that you're mixed up in the Serenity too, should you reach Hojo. Have you talked to Serenity?
Why?
No, just professional curiosity, I suppose. I have never had the delight myself.
If I tell you things, will you tell us more things? We can
Well,
trade
depending-
information on stuff?
Sure, why not? Shall
Yes! I just started learning about bartering and like bargaining and stuff, and this is the first time I ever did it.
we?
You guys see that? Look at it. See what I did?
Where do you come from?
Oh, great.
You don't.
The Bostonshire Forest.
Were you born there? Who are your parents?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I was raised by mother, who's a wolf, and I was raised by my wolf family until I was captured and then put in jail almost. But then these guys and I kind of broke out one time. But I think you should know this if you still have Muse memories a little bit, because you
Well,
should know us.
There's certain things. Look, Bartholomew had many memories, but he seemed to be preoccupied with other things.
Like what?
Well, those things I cannot tell you for as much as I'd like to. It's in his best interests that I don't. You will understand in time.
Yes,
I'm sure.
completely reasonable. Of course.
Oi, Resident, you should
And
ask
Resident-
him about Eva.
Oh, but Pup, how did you come to know Serenity?
I don't know. I don't know.
And I just like take out my music box.
And he looks at it and casts the same spell on it. You gonna open it up?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You open up the music box, and that familiar song plays again. And he casts a magic on it. And as he's casting a magic, his spell seems to fail. And it takes him a second. He tries again, and his spell seems to fail. And you see this look on his face, like angry, like severe pent-up rage on his face as he's looking at this box. And he slowly
I
goes
close it.
and just closes it. Were you given this by Serenity?
No, I think I was given this. I think it was given to me by my father.
Your father. You said you didn't know who your father was.
I don't know who he is.
Then how
You can meet
was
someone
this
and not know who
given
they
to
are.
you?
Well, there's this one time where the very first time. Should I be telling this guy these things, you guys? Should I just tell him everything? It doesn't matter.
No,
Like, are we like screwed either way? Dude,
Yeah,
are we
you
screwed
just
either
trust
way?
me,
Like,
dog.
can we trust you? Like, you would tell
I
us yes no
mean-
matter what, right? Like, so we're pretty much screwed
If he
either way.
touches that mind thing again, everybody that touches that will be able to know all of this information.
What?
Is that how it works?
I don't
Maybe.
think that's how it
No.
works.
No, I think there's dead
No,
people
only
in there.
Unless
Only
my
if he gets
mind
sucked
They're all
in.
dead
slips
people?
into it.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yes. You
that's
surrender
dead
your
people. That's a dead
mind.
person library. That's
You
a dead
surrender your
person
mind
brain library.
into the confluence,
Well-
and it is held there in perpetuity.
It seems like he's dealing with things that are like way up here, so like our stuff probably doesn't matter that much to him anyway. So I guess it's
I don't
okay.
know. He's
Well,
pretty
yeah.
mad at my
I
box.
am pretty interested
like when-
in this serenity.
It's like when
Well-
Fitz tells us stuff, it doesn't matter, right? Because he doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
You might find out more.
That's
if you
true.
talk
Especially if
about
we're
it.
going to that place to find out about stuff too. Anyway,
I
okay.
mean,
So,
I felt helped.
Okay,
I
serenity. You met
okay.
this
Well,
serenity.
whoa. Let me start from the beginning. Let me paint you a picture. So, I mentioned this before to you when we first met that I could see threads from people going up into the sky, like threads of what feels like fate. But then when I saw Bartholomew's, it was going sideways, and I think like into the confluence. So I knew that he wasn't from here because I saw his fate coming from the side, right?
Interesting. Yes, and he pulls his book
the
out and
first
starts
time-
writing all this down.
The first time that I saw these threads, I touched it, obviously, because I've been touching things. I had to see my friend because I saw my friend almost dying, and I had to grab it so that my friend didn't die. And then when I did that, I found myself in a room with a man on a chair, and he knew my name. He knew my full name, and I didn't even know my full name at the time. But he called me it, and he gave me this music box. And ever since then, I've been able to see these threads and pull on them to give myself abilities from things that I've picked up from my friends and stuff, if that makes sense. But every time I touch it now, I see people staring back. And there was this one time, I haven't told you guys this yet. We've been kind of busy. Kind of was just gonna wait until after all of this to tell you. But there's this one time where I almost died on a beach. And, in that, I had a dream. And, I saw someone come to me to warn me about being careful when I pull on the thread so that, when I reach to do that, they don't look back, if that makes sense. And it says, as it was a warning from Serenity, that I
What
should
did
be
this-
playing the strings softer.
What did this being look like? What was the disposition?
Can you turn into them, pup?
Yeah, and I try to turn into what I saw.
Okay, yeah, you turn into this this being, not large, but this kind of androgynous humanoid with long with nothing necessarily discernible, interesting, almost indigo glow to their skin. No eyes. Human looking face, but no eyes. And Pup kind of has there's a little mark right in the forehead where Pup would explain there was a large amethyst, purple-looking gem, and Pup can't emulate it, but there was a ring of eyes behind this being that were floating around, and the being was covered in these robes, and the face covered almost down to here with these just light, very, very light, almost silken cloths that seem to waver in the wind a little bit, covering their face. And he kind of writes all this down. He seems very, very interested in all of what you're saying. In this being, you said, claimed they were Serenity.
They said that it was a warning from Serenity. Yeah, so...
And why would Serenity try and protect you?
I don't know. I mean, why can I see the threads? Why can they see me when I see fate?
This is...
I was hoping that was something that you could help answer.
Well, it's...
But I think that I'm just left with more questions.
It's a very rare gift indeed. There has not been a mancer of your quality in, well, since before my time, at least, and I've been around for quite a while.
How long is your time? Today I found out that I was 20.
20. Wow. Well, I guess this is the weird parts of fate, huh?
A lot of strings.
Look, you have a power some would kill for, some have killed for. Take care of it. Make sure it does not fall into the wrong hands. You have the power to change the projection of the world. Destiny itself could crumble at your fingertips should you allow it to. Just make sure you take that responsibility seriously. As I said, I'm not here to meddle in your affairs, and you will be here and you will be gone quickly, I assume. So I have no need myself for such a power, but it is said the oldest of my kind could wield such things in the beginning times.
Wait, what did you call them? You said they're the greatest what of your time?
The oldest of my kind. The greatest
No.
wizards.
You had a title like was it Mansa?
The Mansers. The Mansers.
The what? The Mansers?
Yes.
Like man and answers? The Mansers?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You're just the best mansplainer there's ever been.
I mean, leave it to one out, apparently.
Look, there are some that are time mancers. There are some that are fire mancers and ice, evocation spells, death mancers.
Oh, like a necromancer!
But the original power itself.
Oh my god,
The
dude,
original-
we're so stupid. Sorry.
Well, you could call yourself a fate mancer, destiny mancer. They have no name. So just
My
because
soul red answer.
it was the original magics, you see. All magic has derived from what you can do to some point. Some quite far away from the source, like this one here, points to you, Rezik. And some much closer, such as myself. Some seeking answers, trying to get closer to what you can do.
So does that mean that, not saying that this is currently at all true, because you've been probably alive way more in the 20s than me. Does that mean that I have more potential than you with Mancy and magic and...
Mancy?
Possibly.
Whoa.
You
You're
could
like
be
really powerful.
much
Do you think
stronger
I'll
than
last
me,
as many
certainly.
20s as you?
Well, I don't know. I don't know who you are. I don't know why Serenity is so fascinated with protecting you. And protecting you from whom?
The other
That
Watchers.
is Maybe a bigger. You've mentioned these other watchers.
Yeah, one time one saw me and they were really mean when I tried to do
Who's
magic.
this other watcher?
I don't know.
Ooh, did you
What's
see
the name of the there was the name of one who's I don't have my notebook because I packed it because I'm dumb. We were specifically worried about one that the other Dresden mentioned.
I thought that was Serenity, so I'm not sure.
No,
I don't
even remember
know.
talking about watchers.
What did that?
I don't know, but it'd be great if you could find out what that.
The other Dresden's name was
the
Daye,
imposter is.
if that's what you're thinking of.
No, Deus warned me about someone. Was it Serenity that Deus warned me about?
I thought it was Serenity.
I wrote it down.
He warned you about Serenity.
I'm pretty sure. I thought that was it.
Was it Serenity?
I think so. I don't
Okay.
remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
Remember
That
something
might-
like this. Hey, watch out for
I like-
Serenity.
Yeah, and then this guy Deus was like, "You're
Days.
supposed to be helping me." Like, oh,
Yeah.
watch out for Serenity. And then Serenity was like, "Here's a warning from Serenity." Wait, do you think the person that told me to be careful wasn't Serenity? But because they just said that it was a warning from Serenity, maybe it wasn't like from like 100%.
I found my notes. I wrote
Yeah?
it down. It said, I wrote, Dresden lookalike wants to take pup to the Darkwood for their safety? Question mark. Caravella Town, Serenity is after them.
Okay.
I think that Serenity is after me. Actually, maybe. Deus is trying to protect me, and maybe the person that I saw that looked like this was trying to protect me from Serenity. Maybe Serenity is not trying to protect me. Maybe I have this mixed up.
Well, it does ask a lot more questions than it answers.
Oh my
I would
gosh.
say either way, be careful. The Darthwood might not be a bad place for you right now.
Might not be.
Yes, the Darthwood is. Well, have you ever been?
No, we still gotta go after this adventure.
Well, the Darthwood is disconnected. It is an excellent place to hide from scrying eyes of sorts. You know,
Crying eyes, watching you.
that I will say, if you do plan to go to Hojo, it is quite the other direction, far to the east.
Oh, that's alright. We can take care of Pup first.
Well,
Don't wants to keep him in danger.
that's very nice of you to spend.
I'm in
Doesn't look like
danger
me.
regardless
Some
of what I do.
already-
Let's be real.
Why did it look like you?
Yeah. Except like
Why
less
wouldn't
handsome.
it look like you?
What?
What do you mean?
This
You don't know
clown
either.
keeps showing up.
You don't know either. Oh my
Of course I don't
gosh.
know. Look at me. I just drag bodies around because that's the best I'm good at. Like, come on.
Yes, you're a bastardization of the real thing. I would even call you that.
What real thing?
You're a anomaly. The speck of. Listen, look.
Okay, wait. While I've got you, can inhaling core cause cancer? Because I got some in my lungs and I've been freaking out ever
Core?
since. Yeah.
Well, coal works in very interesting, mysterious ways, as you know. It's very unpredictable.
Yeah,
It,
I know.
Might have awakened your latent abilities. But,
So, not cancer?
probably not. Depending
Hey,
on how much
hey.
you take, it's hard to say. Right.
Well, no. Like, I'm clean,
Some
bud.
people
I'm clean.
react very badly.
Have you been
but someone
concerned
with
this whole
your-
time? Why haven't you said anything to anybody?
Well, I mean, you can't answer it.
Find answers at least.
I've been concerned about dying of cancer ever I got the thing
Thank
that
you.
made me magical, okay?
Does
Thank you.
cancer even exist in this universe?
Cancer's everywhere.
No.
Death, taxes, and cancer. Don't you know?
Don't make it so, James.
I would say this,
I just-
Dresden, you're a very small piece of a whole. You're like a grain of sand on a beach.
You're small.
And I don't
let's talk
say
more about
this
sand.
in the same aspect, but you are one of many. You see, this friend you saw that looked like you, again, one of many.
We don't know if he's friendly.
Okay.
We said he
this
was handsome,
being
that's
you
all.
Saw,
What does one of many mean?
there are many. And he looks you
Me's.
up and down. Dresdens.
Like literal Dresdens or like
Well, not
figurative
Dresden
Dresdens?
themselves. They're all seepings of something greater and bigger. It is like a beach again. The beach is a thing, a whole, and Dresden is but merely a grain of sand.
Yeah, but couldn't you say that about
On
everyone?
this-
Like, hey, there's so many people.
Well,
Oh,
Are you not a grain of sand or are you more of a
they
pebble?
are part of a different beach.
We're all just
if you
stuck on the
will.
wind, right?
Oh yeah, ours dust in the wind. And
I've heard. Yeah.
Stardust.
Dresden, your, I guess, origins, they all date back to Serenity as well. So I guess
come on.
you could say, Dresden, Pup, trust your fates are intertwined more than you would know.
Wait, why?
Yeah, why?
yeah,
Dresden?
why?
Hard to say.
What's
Right?
it got? So
Hard
there's
to say.
lots
He's
of
from Capital
him.
City.
No.
Look,
So there's
I'm
lots of
talking about me,
hymns,
bub.
and it might be in trouble with Serenity.
I can't even hold down a job as a cop. Like, nothing special about me.
Like he literally like grew up in Capital City, like me. He was a god, or was like in the commission. Like I know him. He's not like part of any kind of
you
Serenity
are,
thing.
You're both the most plain human being and the most extraordinary human being at the same time.
Oh yeah, you're gonna make me blush.
You're
That's
extraordinary.
fancy.
We call a backhanded compliment.
Why?
I get those sometimes too.
That was great.
Wait.
Okay, great.
Look,
So
I
I'm
don't
the
wanna-
most I'm vanilla bean, but with fudge on top as well. What does that mean?
Well, this is only... look, my knowledge on this subject has many holes, alright? I'm just...
You don't
the
say.
small amounts I know, I would hate to misspeak in some way. You might talk to someone from Morgana who knows more about this than I am. This is not my area of expertise. This is not what I've been studying or seeking out.
Okay, so question. If I were to, I mean, I can't just roll up to someone in Morgana and go, "Hi, I've been told I'm a special grain of sand. Would you like to tell me more?"
Yes,
You
you'd
know what I
probably
mean?
be killed well before you reach the city. Seeing as you're
obviously,
a
yeah.
human of sorts.
I'm just saying, like, what would I call it? Let's say I write a letter.
What would you
From
call
special
it?
grain of sand.
Of the
Tell
Dresden
them
kind.
you are of the crown.
That sounds ominous as shit. I don't like that.
All right, I wanted to
Right.
say that I really you're being so humble by speaking to us about all this stuff, but the more things you bring up right now, the more questions you're giving us than answers, and it's getting really hard.
Well, step one is knowing
That's
the
new.
right questions to ask, right?
It's the
Oh.
smartest thing you've said all night.
I'm afraid I don't have all the answers for you, sadly, but I do know some of the questions that should lead you in the right direction, should you want to seek those out. Yes, Pup.
I have a question. Do you know how to restore memory?
Restore memory.
Yeah.
How so?
My friend Cornelia, she had some of her memories taken away.
Taken
Mm.
away by whom?
We think maybe,
Oh,
Hoaxes.
good to,
Hoaxes.
yeah, good to say it, I guess. Yeah, hoaxes.
Wound up.
Dream
So-
demon.
Little guy floats around, cape that looks like stars.
You're
High
a
pitch
much
voice.
more curious group. The more
We told you.
the more
Right?
you
We've
seem
just
to
been
be-
around.
That's
You
who I
seem to
was
be
protecting
right
them from
in
when
the
I touched the
center.
stream.
Well, you seem to be in the center of many, many very powerful forces.
Well,
You're
I believe
connected
you
to
said it
all of
best.
them all at once. Well, I do see why Serenity was trying to protect you now. Hoaxes, the dream scribe. Well, I'm afraid.
You don't happen to know.
Hoaxes is well beyond my abilities to counteract, such as his magic, so again, in an expertise that I am not familiar with.
As an aside, have you seen hoaxes?
Have I
Did
seen
our descriptions
hoaxes?
sound right?
I've never seen Hoaxes in the flesh. I've heard
You know what he looks like?
stories. Hoaxes? I don't even
Yeah.
know if it's a he.
Well,
You know what it looks like? They look like.
I don't know
You
what
sound
it looks
like-
like.
alright.
Unfortunately.
That
A
was
dream
shocking.
Do you know what
scribe.
powers they might have?
Well, I was heard Hoaxes playing again with the same powers as Pup.
Can they like call
Albeit-
rocks from the sky?
Well, altering fate and such, changing memories through a distortion of destiny or fate. These are at least the whispers I've heard.
Okay, since there is an open forum here, I mean, I have to ask.
Finally!
I mean, you know, my sister, you saw her when you were bought. She died. She's a ghost now, and she's attached to me. Like, have you heard of anyone ever having a ghost follow them around, link themselves to their life
Yes.
energy like that before?
Well, there's a man in this cape. Right now. It's the same sort of energies of necromancy, chaos. You think, when a soul dies, what do you know of the soul's heart? All beings, when they die, their soul, as you call it, returns to the source heart, and when a new life is born, that life is given power from the source itself, and when someone, as is Eva, is denied their travel back into the soul's heart, it can manifest in many, many different ways. So, if
Okay.
you want to keep her soul here and not scrambled into the soul's heart, you'll need to anchor her in some way to this plane. Something to counteract the pull. Right now, I
Literally.
assume it's your being and your will which is holding her here. But if you find something more sustainable,
Like a cape?
like a cape,
I'd prefer her to have her own body, not just be like shoved into a cape, if possible.
her own body.
Gently
Well,
placed inside
if
of
you
a cape.
find a host, possibly, but you still need something to anchor her in. This cape,
Yes,
this man.
trust.
Sir, if I quickly sucked a soul out of someone,
This again.
could he put Eva's soul back into that body?
Just swap bodies, like right there.
Assuming you could, and you knew how to place a soul into a body, which is a whole different kind of magic.
Right. Well,
You
we'll
would
ask
still
about
need
that in Hojo.
an
We'll ask
anchor.
about that in Hojo.
Oh,
Okay,
you call
okay,
it
yes.
a phylactery of sorts. To host this cape, though only half transmuted, as you'd call it, it still has a source somewhere holding him into this place. It might be this cape itself. Should you tear the cape, maybe he'll escape, but I don't know. But
Yes, Dresden.
Yeah, also, trust, maybe don't kill a small child girl.
I'm
do
going
this.
to need you to get on board or shut up, Dresden.
why don't you ask?
What if they're a bad
Listen.
small child?
Why don't you ask Eva
No.
to come out? Let me take a look at her.
Oh,
Stickers
so,
are hanging and hawing, Dresden.
by the way, everyone here, I'd like to mention that he literally just told us what happens in the afterlife, and it was just like nothing for him, just like nothing. That's how powerful this. Okay, anyway, Eva, hey Eva, I'll just start.
And you guys see this this girl pop out. Eva, but older. Maybe 13, 14. And she pops out, arms crossed. Rezik, what do you want? And that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh,
And we'll be back.
Okay.
Oh, you don't wake her when she's angry. Oh,
We're going to come back on that.
those terrible teens, huh?
Preteens.
God, it's like Groot.
We are hanging out around a fire, talking to the archivist. Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about? And Eva had popped out, and Eva now a young woman, in between girl and woman now. Young.
Is she uncomfortably pretty for Rezik to have to deal with?
You know,
Let's
it's
hope
hard to tell. Eva's got a little bit of a. She has that spiritual thing going for her, being an undead spirit. It gives her an unnatural beauty. If that helps.
Sure.
I don't know. Does it make Rezik uncomfortable? Because that would help.
Dresden, you have seen many people in your life, and she is well above the curve. We'll say that.
Well, there we go. Yeah, I hope it makes him uncomfortable.
And so, Rezik, you call out Eva, and you all see just this.
I call out to my 7-year-old ghost sister, and suddenly she's now 13.
13-year-old girl pops out, upset,
15?
angry, frumptious.
Precious.
Rezik, what
Someone
do you
Google
want?
that.
Like a cupcake?
Hi.
Hi. Yeah?
Oh my God.
I was sleeping.
You're older. You're a teenager now. This is new.
Okay.
God, she's full of angst. I love this. I never experienced. Okay, this is great. Hi. Yes. We're
Don't put me on the spot like that. Why are you all looking at me? Stop looking at me, okay?
So sorry, I don't want to avert your eyes. All right. Yes, we were talking to Arcanist Theodore here, and he would like to just take a look at you because he's very prominent in the world of
Take
magic.
a look at me? What am I, like, on display?
No.
That's Eva yet. Period.
It's more of like a doctor. He just needs to examine you for a second and just make sure that you're healthy. You're doing okay.
I'm an undead spirit, Rezik.
Correct. That is correct. But if you would, darling, just step up to the nice archivist here, if you could, please.
Roll a persuasion check.
All right.
Best
Ooh,
Eva.
okay. That's 6.
6. No, I'm not gonna let your creepy friend over here look at me.
I quite like this, Eva.
Yeah,
Yep.
right? She's pretty great.
Makes sense.
You can see her from there. So I mean, it's fine.
And the archivist is just standing back, eyes very amused. Like, oh, not what I expected. And Eva kind of walks over to you, Trust. Ooh, you have a new brooch. I like your brooch. Where did you get it?
Thank you so much. This nice gentleman let me have it. It's like my own private audience. Isn't it cute?
It's very cute. It looks great on you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really like what you've got going on right now. It's nice.
So this? Well,
Mhm.
I'm very attached to this dress. Very, and you guys notice the dress has grown with her to kind of fit her. It's not like still a tiny, tiny little dress, but it's still that same green dress that Rezik had bought her in Capital City. Well, it's not like I can really change much unless Rezik were to buy me more clothes, which...
Well, here's the thing. Maybe we could figure that out. I know you think this guy's creepy. I get it. He's a little creepy, but he knows a lot more than we do, and he might be able to help us get you a body.
Get me a body.
If you want.
Wouldn't that be weird?
I don't know.
Taking
He
someone's
just like
body?
he just like knows more about your situation than we do. I thought you might want to know more, but maybe you don't. That's fine too.
What kind of body?
Don't know. He's got the answers, not me.
Oh. He's
I
kind
know.
of weird, right?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real weird. I mean, I'll go over there with you if you want.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's go.
And you guys kind of walk over.
Your best friend.
The archivist just staring.
Nailed that.
Thank you.
Archivist looks at Eva, and you see there's a bit of reverence in his glare, and he seems to treat Eva like a person, very seriously, as he looks into her eyes. Well, Eva, it looks like you're anchored thanks to your brother Rezek here. But should that anchor break, I fear you will be torn asunder into infantile pieces. And you will be thrown back into, well, what you call the source heart. So maybe treat your brother with a little respect, as it were, as he is literally your lifeline. And she kind of looks embarrassed. If a ghost could blush, it would. And he's like, well, you'll need to find a host, and you'll need to find someone, Rezek, who can transfer this anchor from you to this new, whatever it is, body of sorts.
Great.
Does the body have to be unoccupied?
I don't know. I would imagine putting two souls in one body could be crowded, tiresome, but
Or a real party.
it's not unheard of. There are many experiments that people have tried, taking multiple animals and sticking them into one being. I've
Oh,
heard of this before.
We saw one of those.
Yeah, we've
You
seen
have.
that.
I
I think
rode
they
one
are
of those.
called
pretty.
chimeras.
Yeah,
Abominations.
Yeah,
I rode one.
Yeah, Pup rode one.
I don't doubt that you have somehow. You're a very interesting group. I should be interested to see where you go next, what you do. Your story seems far from done, and yet just beginning
Sure hope
over
so.
and over again.
Well, you know, it's like you said. It's amazing what you'll find in the unexpected.
Over and
Yeah.
over again?
Yes, stories are, how we say, circular. Like lives, they start, they end, and they start again. A circle, right? Your story has been started, but it's nothing more than a loop in time that has occurred once before, and we are just reaching that beginning.
So
A
do
new
you just
tale.
have like a really big circle? Since you live so long?
We elves tend to think of ourselves outside of such circles. It's true, our lives will end someday, to some unforeseen circumstances, yet they are long enough that it is hard to think of ourselves in the same cycle of life as you. I apologize if I maybe came off curt before. I, haven't been around people for a while.
I mean, we didn't notice, really, right? I mean,
You were
Seems-
just in a guy and with us. But
Such a suck up.
Yes. Well, I was not myself when I was with you. So I do apologize for that.
You want more sweet berry wine?
Bob,
Well, I wouldn't mind a little bit more.
Good evening.
Great.
Mm, Thank you. Well, it's been a long day. Or for a few years for me. And, we do have to find you a way off this island, correct?
Yep.
Right.
But,
Did a boat come through in the meanwhile?
Willie-
Can I just look?
Go check.
Such... no... No boats.
Steamboat Willie.
Sadly, no. No boat.
We'll continue this in the morning, yes?
Great.
Sounds fun.
Okay. He drinks a sip of his wine and walks off. Probably will give you your cup back tomorrow.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not that worried about it.
And he sits down and continues to write a little bit in his book.
Oh. That's all you have to do is liquor him up. Nice guy.
Yeah.
I didn't.
turns out.
Yeah, it turns out, right?
And I almost feel like I know less than I did when we started talking to him, but
Oh, much
I
less.
feel
Right.
excited about
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Also no, but yeah.
Yeah. It's that optimism.
Because we're liquored up too.
Like that
Part of it.
Sweetberry wine.
Yeah, we have.
Yes.
We have.
You didn't ask him. Make sure you ask him tomorrow how much he might want to give you for that. He might say $1 million, you know?
Yeah. Let's hope.
Yeah.
Hope for $1 million.
By the way, thanks for offering, Cornelia, but you don't have to give up your item for me. That was very nice of you, though.
I mean, it's our item. We all want it. I'll just hold on to it.
Like you
All right.
do all of our stuff.
Yeah, I mean, considering books, and the reason I asked about the other one earlier was because we have those weird special books, don't we? I don't even. Yeah,
Yeah.
those guys. Maybe this guy has one of those too.
Yeah, we should look at his books. But he would know what it is, you would think.
What are we talking
Why would he
about?
want to give that up?
Oh,
We've got
You had
those-
found
yeah, what are-
one was a journal that you had found underground in Capital City. Dresden, you had actually found it in that bedroom that was preserved in the culverts underneath.
You-
And then the other was the
before
book.
the fire spider hallway of death.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how it slipped my mind.
Yeah, and then the second you had found was the book that Captain Seafloor was trying to get.
Yeah.
That's right.
the Tome of Four.
Yeah. So we've got two.
Maybe.
We have two.
That's what I was wondering if that one we grabbed earlier maybe was another one. But if it's not, maybe this guy has one. I don't know what happens when we get 4.
I mean, he has an archivist, so he probably has them. I don't know. I haven't been able to do a lot of research on them, so I don't know if I want to hand those over or even tell him about them. But
No. I was thinking we'd
He has.
trade the flask for another.
it's true. Pretty one-sided trade, but maybe.
Is it?
I'm
He's
not
making
sure.
out.
You think?
Well, they're supposedly like very powerful tomes, so I don't think a flask would do it. But maybe.
Maybe let's make sure that we have a way off the island before we
Yeah, let's yeah.
notice that we have something that enticing.
That's smart.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Battle Master Blaster's orders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all have roles.
We all have roles, and we all have now have
Some
a
are
long
always
list of
under
things
10.
to do. So
All right.
we have a journey ahead of us.
What's new?
How's Dargan doing?
Dargan's still just resting, sleeping.
All
I
right.
mean, breathing still. in that
Sleeping
armor.
Angels sleep.
Yeah.
Did it when he breathes? Does the armor like sound like it crunches and stuff? Does it sound cool? Does it sound
I
like
kind of hope
Servo?
he sounds like General Grievous.
That'd be bad.
Kind of hot.
Like
What?
asthma?
No, Thargan resting. The armor has enough room It seems to give him breadth
So
to breathe.
So he is in it, as far
He's
as we can
still
tell.
in the armor, yeah.
It's not like his skin.
Yeah,
No.
can you take it off?
Okay.
It's interesting
It's
because the
power
armor
armor.
came on him, but it doesn't look like it has any clasps or any way of actually taking it off. Because it was iron and it was crafted to look like a set of armor. It was never really... It doesn't seem like it was crafted to ever be put onto a person, at least as far as you know, in the traditional means of straps and such. Not like
Does he have the
Dresden's full
helmet?
plate.
You
He
hear
does
that,
have one.
Cornelia? Don't try and steal it.
And the helmet's just permanently on as well?
It looks like you might be able to remove the helmet. Again, it was very heavy. His whole
Yeah.
body, incredibly heavy.
Guy's neck is gonna feel like hell. That's all I can
Do
say.
we think if he were floating and we all held onto his legs, he would be able to carry all of us?
Would he float?
Hard to tell. It wasn't like
We
a
all
bird
float
or
down here.
anything like that. It was just
Plane?
a magical ability. So that would completely depend on
Oh,
how
like
strong
fly
his
with
magic
us?
is.
Yes.
And onto us? Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, we've got. I'm not sure we need to worry about that. We've got a guy over there who's like, I can do this for you.
Oh yeah, you could probably just poof and we're somewhere else.
Hopefully.
Definitely possible.
You know, don't jinx it, but yeah. He went poof before. And then all of a sudden he was just around the corner though, so maybe he can only send us around the corner.
Yeah, I thought it was like really cool for a moment. And
Yeah, I was
then
really impressed. And then I was
a
like,
little
oh wait, no,
disappointed.
he's just over there sweeping. This is
Risk
weird.
it.
Or maybe
do that.
maybe for him, like puffing is so easy, he kind of just like does it whenever he wants. Just like when he has to like go across the room, he's like,
like
puff.
the Weasley twins. Who?
Yeah, just
Who?
Ew.
A couple of kids I knew, troublemakers back in Capital City. Don't worry about them; they're dead now. Well, one.
All right, time for bed.
And on that note,
Oh my god, Cullen.
Sweet dreams.
good night, everyone.
Cullen, I'll cry. You gotta be careful with that. That's a loaded gun.
All right, you guys settle in for the night. The fire kind of whittles down. The canopy a little bit looser here in the trees, and you can kind of see the stars. And again, Kelwise, you see that thing kind of looming overhead. That big
No.
jellyfish-type creature.
No, I
just
would not have
floating-
let us sleep outside.
Just
seeing
floating.
this.
It doesn't seem like it's coming any closer to you. It's pretty far up in the air, but those long arms hanging low, just wisping back and forth.
I just see Kelwise like on his back, just eyes wide open, just staring at the sky. Just no.
Oh.
We have not made it this far to die to those things.
Yeah, I forgot there are like the mentors, like just flying around at nighttime.
Yeah.
Should we
It's easy to forget.
Canopy or
Well, we've got the shitty tent.
Yeah, no, we have sand-colored tarps. I don't know if they're gonna help us, but we still have them.
Yeah, don't forget the tarps, guys. Forget the tarps. All
Well,
right.
I was gonna sleep in a tree because there was only so much room under that messed up
The shitty
tent.
Okay, yeah, you find a tree. There's plenty of them around. And the rest of you
I'll keep
you
watch.
settle in for the night. You keeping watch? Who else is keeping watch?
I'll take second watch.
Okay,
I'll take first watch.
So you're gonna take first watch with Cornelia.
Mhm.
Okay, the two of you roll a d20 for perception.
It's straight.
I mean, how
Do
bad
a
can it get?
perception.
With
By the way,
an
Daye, I think you're muted if you're trying to talk.
Sorry, I said I'll take second if there's not another person.
Okay,
12.
Second team.
Dresden and Trust.
A perception check, 18.
Yeah, 18. You guys don't see much. The night is calm and relaxing. For the first time in a while, you feel, especially with the archivist so close, a certain sense of calm and protection. You do see the archivist kind of go into this meditative state as his hands are crossed over his chest. And he looks down, legs crossed as well, and seems to just be his head almost recalling his time memories. I don't know, but in this meditative state where he seems to be taking in something. Other than that, the trees below, the wind is a little bit heavier tonight than normal. Again, those things in the air easily being blown by the winds, just letting themselves float high above you. The confluence, that constant hum in your ears. Every once in a while, you hear a crackle of energy, soft but noticeable, that disrupts the hum ever so slightly here and there, but nothing to raise any kind of alarm. And your watch ends with relative ease. Yeah.
I do want to do one thing
Okay.
during my watch. I'm gonna start talking to Cornelia and Gnomish.
Okay.
Like, hey, how you feeling?
What do you mean?
Like, you good? Like you feeling good about this? Like, did you have any questions for that guy? Because I asked about your memory, but I don't know if that's something that you even want back. Is that something you wanted back?
I mean, I definitely want my memories back, but I don't know. It's just not affecting me. I just don't know what I'm missing. But yeah, I do. I want my memories.
Is that something that you think about? Think about that you can't think about your memories?
Yeah, I walk by people and I know that she's a halfling. I'm like, that could be Myrtle. That could be Myrtle. I just don't know anybody but you guys now. It is very sad. And my parents are gone and I don't know my best friend, and
That must be really frustrating. Because I feel like for me and for Trust, we don't know. And I feel like just never knowing is worse than knowing and having that taken away. Wait, no, not knowing is not as bad. Knowing that it was taken away is worse than never knowing. So
worse.
That sucks.
It's worse, right? Oh my
Yeah, no,
gosh.
the other way around. Yeah, no, yours is worse. Sure.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like none of our paths lead to a dead end. I think that there's hope that I'll know Myrtle again, and you'll maybe know more about your father. Trust will find her parents.
Yeah. We're gonna get your memories back.
It's just, I don't know how. I mean, but if anything, maybe if Myrtle's still around, I can make new memories.
That's true. We can still find her and stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. That's a good thought.
How'd you learn so much Gnomish?
In the woods. I don't know, people walking through a lot, just talking, and then I just kind of picked it up. Just like kids got lost a lot, and I would play with them, and then they would teach me.
And I turned into like this little kid gnome.
Hey, anyone I recognize?
Roll a D100, pup. Because you lived in Potsenshire, and Potsenshire is directly adjacent to where Cornelia grew up. So the gnomes that were traveling through the Potsenshire probably
came back.
Nimblefoot?
someone from your town.
It's been a while since a 100 roll.
93.
A 93. Yeah. So Cornelia, pup? Describe the person you turned into, the gnome.
Oh gosh. Sure. This gnome has just short, crazy curly fire red hair, and has a big ole mole right here, the beauty mark or whatever.
Okay.
And just
And what's the age range?
Well, when I knew this kid, they had to have been 10.
10.
Because if you're gonna get lost in a forest, you're probably younger, right? Maybe 10 to 12.
Yeah,
Dumb
well,
kid
it could have just
playing
been
and getting
someone
lost in the forest.
traveling through the forest. So this is a lost kid in the forest.
Mhm.
All right, Cornelia, you recognize this young girl named Pecan, and Pecan's mother was the baker, the best
Sandy.
baker. Made a lot of sweets and such like that. Pies were her specialty, and she was kind of the main. She ran the main tavern and inn of your town. Now, there was really not enough travel to warrant such a thing, so it was really just their family home that also had some spare rooms, and she would cook, and a lot of the town would just eat at their house. And you remember Pecan was a wild child, even by your definition. Pecan would run around and just was so singular minded. Like, she would chase a rabbit for an hour at a time, just tracking it, only to look up and be like, I don't know where I am. I have not even the slightest clue of which direction to go. So you remember many times having to stay up all night, the whole town going out with lanterns, calling out for Pecan, watching. So that's what you see when Pup transforms.
As far as I know, is she safe at home, or did she
When you
end
left-
up lost
when you left, yeah.
somewhere?
Pecan would always be found, and she would always
Okay.
come home, and she would always promise not to do it again. Every
Oh,
time.
Pup.
I had to walk her back a couple times.
Wow, I could have seen you.
You might have. I don't know. I kind of didn't really go out very much, but then I always knew where to bring her back. There was always this one tree that was like next to
Yes.
this bush that I know if I took her there, she would know how to get back.
Yes. Wow. That was close to where I live. Pecan, she had a spirit like you, man. Just
Yeah. Yeah, we were like good. We were good, like forest friends and stuff. And she taught me
Wow.
how to talk and stuff. She like wasn't
Ah.
scared of me, so that was cool. A lot of other people who came through were kind of didn't like me as much. She
yeah.
didn't seem to mind.
That's amazing. I hope I see her someday again. Man.
I'm glad. See,
Small
I'm
forest.
glad that you still have like
Yeah.
memories. Like still from home. So that's good. It's like other stuff for you to hold on to too.
Yeah. Wow, you cheered me up, Pup. I'm gonna go to bed happy. Let's go wake some of these
Wanna
people
cuddle?
up. Yeah, let's cuddle.
Okay, we can snuggle.
I'm gonna slap Dresden with my mage hand. And who else wanted to wake up? Trust.
Thank you.
Okay,
Alright, let's-
Dresden, you and Trust feeling the soft slap of a wind just blow
Best-
in your
Just
face.
the best part of waking up. Okay. See anything?
Um,
Not you. You've been asleep. The jackass that
Well-
just woke us up.
Oh, that's you, Pup.
Oh, yeah, no, that was definitely me.
I see you didn't say anything.
We saw nighttime. There was a leaf. There's like a little bug in the ground at one
All
time.
right, go to sleep.
It's on a stick.
Pup,
Um,
go to sleep. Please.
Hey, Pup. Thank you again.
of course.
I'm gonna fall asleep.
All right. Both you guys roll a perception check.
That's not great. 7.
16.
Sweet berry wine.
Yeah, for the most part, with the fire going out, it's hard, Dresden, to see. It's dark
can see
here.
that.
Trust, a little easier for you with your dark vision. As you guys sit and listen out to the sounds of the forest, lots of insects, lots of avian creatures you assume are birds, but you've never heard before, all kind of being threaded together with that soft hum of the confluence as it starts to as it sparks every once in a while. Again, nothing to cause alarm, but just here and there you take note that it flickers every once in a while.
How's your head doing?
Well,
From what?
Well, I mean, you got, like, bamboozled, right?
Oh, yeah, but it's just magic. They didn't hit
Alright.
me over the head or nothing.
Well, then I kind of grabbed you and carried you by the horns, so...
Oh,
how's that
yeah. What was that about? But also, thank you, I guess.
feel? Well, yeah, no, I
Um,
just want to make sure you're right. And also,
I-
you know,
I, like, rub my head, and I'm like... Honestly, I forgot all about it after finding this pin.
in, like, a good way or a bad way?
I mean, forgetting about any sort of pain is good, right?
I guess. I
Nothing
don't
bad
know.
about that.
I mean, it's kind of informed my entire life, but sure. I'm not gonna lie, that thing freaks me out a bit, but, you know,
What?
if you like it,
Oh, the pin.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but it's like my own little audience that I get to
Yeah,
carry
man.
with me.
I know you keep saying that, and that's why it's weird.
All right, I won't keep saying it then, round you.
I'm just... Okay, it's not that weird, but I just want to make sure you're all right. And I wasn't trying to, like, single you out. I think it's noble what you were trying to do, talking to those people, but I just think you went about it in a sort of dumb way.
Right, yeah, I know. I mean, you tend to feel people go about most things in a dumb way, according to you, so
And you're not wrong.
I didn't take it personally.
All right. That's fair. Nice night, though.
Do you ever notice how that thing flickers every once in a while?
Yeah, I really don't like it. I figured, though, if it were dangerous, that sort of mummified meditating man would be further away, so we're probably fine.
Yeah, he's a trip, isn't he? He knows a lot of stuff about us. It's
Well,
weird.
I mean, he had that Bart guy in his head, right? And he's like 5,000 years old, so...
Yeah,
bound to
but
pick
I
up some
feel like
stuff
he
if he's
doesn't
paying
remember the
attention.
Bart stuff anymore. He just knows what we're talking about all the time just because he knows so much.
I mean, I feel like I know less, actually, now that we talk to him, but... Or maybe I
Oh,
just
I
have
don't-
more questions, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I feel like a lot of us know where to go now to get our questions answered. Even though we don't have them answered from him, he told us where to go
It's
to
fair.
learn more.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, though.
No,
Lots
no.
of views all around that sounds rather like a headache.
You know, if I'm being honest, I think you might have just been fucking with me. Who knows? Anyway.
Oh.
I hope we don't find anything.
I hope yous don't find anything.
Well, I just meant tonight.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
I was agreeing with you.
Oh, no, I'm saying I just can't see shit. So, you know, I'm relying on
Oh.
you. It's fucking dark out here.
Cornelia's just gonna wake up and be like, "Can you guys keep it down, please?"
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry.
But
The night wanes on. The hints of the sun just peeking over the edge of the world, as you know it, starts to come up. And right around that time, Dresden, you start to hear a sound. Trust you as well. It's metal. It sounds heavy. It sounds like something scraping against the ground. And you see Thargan weakly start to move his head back and forth.
How's your neck feel?
Dresden.
Yeah, it's me.
Oof. I've got a splitting headache.
You know, it bothers me that you can outlow me. That's neither here nor there, but
Well,
good morning.
it's probably because I'm twice your size. Yeah,
You're a big dude.
I'm really only
You're a big- especially now
Uh,
that you can stand.
I'm only a couple feet taller than you, but
Yeah.
really.
So, you
listen.
alright?
I've had a bit of a vision from the confluence.
What, it spoke to you?
Well, yes. in a sense. But I fear I've made a terrible mistake.
What do you mean by that, mate?
I cut the roots to my tree, and I laid a poison to kill it slowly.
Well, what would you do that for?
Why would you do that?
Well, it was the only way I was sure to free my family.
Yeah.
And yet,
Yeah, but what's...
I just saw my mistake in a vision. And that's about
Well,
same time you start to hear crackling coming from the confluence.
Oh my
Starts
god.
to
We're never getting
crackle
out of here.
loudly. And it almost starts to
grab
buzz
Trust
in
and get behind
and
the wall.
out of existence. It almost starts to fade, and you see the archivist sit up,
Oh,
look at all of you.
Is it our boat?
What have you done?
I done nothing. Nothing.
What
I did nothing.
have you done?
We
You're
just sat
sitting
here.
there.
We did nothing.
And that's around the exact same time you all of a sudden just see this red light, a beam shoots up straight into the sky. The whole island caked in this red glow, this explosion, like rumbling as the whole island starts to shake. All of you awaken immediately, and you see just little particles of red, almost red rain start to glitter down onto the island. And the archivist, in a complete
Noggin.
state of disarray, looking around. What have you done?
The hell is happening?
Noggin, what was your family protecting against?
There was a race, an old race. I had no idea. Our oath protected us against them. The Adgarati were an ancient race my people were at war with for almost 100 years. And the only way we could stop them and their power was this oath.
You just killed it.
And you start to see lights filling the sky as these
Oh.
see-through stars of all different colors, very similar to the dance of the ancestors, start to flow above the island and start to flow into this red light down. And you see the archivist instantly throw his hands into the air, and this big beacon, a dome of light, covers the entire island, and those stars instantly turn into the spirits, thousands and thousands of these spirits, warriors, Goliaths, as they start to angrily smash against this barrier and beat it. And the archivist, in a very deep state of concentration, eyes closed, hands raised in the air. You've awakened something more powerful than I. Something unstoppable. You must stop this. It is not matured yet in its power. Go, stop this. I will hold this as long as I can.
Where?
How do we stop it? He killed a tree.
We need to
archivist-
close the confluence.
Just one? Just one tree, right? The other two are fine.
No. And he, again, still holding his hands up. It's not the confluence. The confluence moves. When history is changed, the confluence moves, and if this is not taken care of, the confluence will move, and it will be 1,000 years before I can find it again. You must take care of this now before it changes history.
What do we do?
Where do we go?
And he just kind of shakes his head. I do not know. Ask your
Thargan?
friend.
What do we
And
do?
Thargan looks.
The crystals at the temple, each of them held one of the Adgarati. There were 3.
Looks like there's a hell of a lot more than 3.
Well, those are my family. Generations of family members. Coming to give her the power that she stole from my people.
And he, like, goes to get up, and you can tell this guy is just wrecked still. He manages to get to one knee,
Right.
breathing heavily. We must get back to the temple and stop whatever has come out before it gets too powerful.
Well, let's go.
Lead the way.
Right.
and he starts
do we
to
have-
stumble and just falls flat on his face, getting up.
Get the stretcher.
Okay, yeah. Fitz, eyes wide. Oh, I thought we were over
10
this.
poles.
Ugh.
10 poles.
Grabs him and starts dragging him. What are the rest of you doing? And by the way, you guys have all had a full long rest by this point.
Thank goodness.
Wait. Are you saying we have to kill the gem things? What's inside them to stop this? Is that what you're saying?
No, you must kill the Adgarati, who was
In the gems!
sealed in the gem.
That's what I'm saying. All right. I'm stressed
You
out.
must- You must prevent. You must prevent
It's still
it.
in the gem?
I don't
We're walking
think
and
so
talking.
anymore.
We're walking and talking,
We're
friend.
walking.
Okay,
and
yeah.
talking,
And
we're
as you're
walking
walking,
and
he says,
You must prevent her from destroying the other 2 trees.
Oh, come on. Double time. Let's go.
okay.
Prevent who from
you guys-
destroying the two trees?
The lady that's
So-
about to pop out of the gym. Just don't worry
Oh.
about it. I'll point at her and say that.
Okay, guys, is it time to roll out? Leader, guy, use your roll.
Yeah, leader,
Where do I
right.
go? What do we do?
We're rolling.
You follow
And
me.
as you guys-
I'm gonna go in.
Gone.
And as you
In
guys
a
start to
green
run,
formation.
you start to see the wildlings
No,
start
it's- ooh.
freaking out. They're like running with you guys, like freaking out, going like, "What do you think? What do you think?" All like
Yeah, what do you think?
completely like, and they start running, jumping from tree to tree, all just flying about. Sometimes just flipping around in circles. They seem completely. You've never seen them quite as panicked as this. They just seem panicked. Some of them crashing into trees. You're not used to seeing them so out of sorts. They're usually so good with this wind, and now they're just crashing into stuff and rolling around, disturbed by this power. And again, the whole island bathed in this deep, deep, deep red light as you all run, and you finally reach maybe 30 minutes of just fast-paced moving. You reach the temple itself, and as you reach the temple, you see this from the shore. You look over, and you see something on all fours, a humanoid lying in the middle of just this shattered crystal. It looks like a woman. You see this woman, and she's all on all fours, and she stands weakly, coughing. And she's just over maybe 5 feet tall. She's got this long, messy hair that seems to shimmer in this light. All kinds of different colors. Even though there's red light, you see greens and yellows and blues shimmering off of her hair. Her skin, this very, very pale teal. Her face is very slender and delicate, but she has these huge black eyes in her face. On either side of her head, you see these fins that come down off the sides, again shimmering with all different kinds of colors, greens, blues, and reds and yellows. And she has this very, like I was saying with Eva, this woman too has this otherworldly beauty to her. You can't help but be in awe just seeing her, the presence on her. And she has this very, very slender frame. And on her shoulders, you see this old what looks like, and it's the only piece of clothing she's wearing, this old, tattered looking blood red cloak with a clasp, and it looks completely in contrast to her shimmering skin and the reflections. And you see this it starts to waver a little bit as if the wind is picking up in its cloak, and this woman looks straight at you guys, and you start to see tears flowing from her eyes, just endless tears. And she looks straight at you, and in common you hear, you need to run. You need to run. And she just holds her head and screams into the sky as the cape just explodes in this golden light. And you see this warrior rise up, a shadow of golden light above her, a shield and a spear in its hand. And her voice starts to muffle and muffle until it seems like her voice is sucked back down into her throat. Her eyes go golden, that light seeping into her veins as she looks up at you with these golden eyes now. You cannot stop what is already in motion. And he holds his shield up, slams it against the ground, and you see her hands, still tears flowing from her eyes, and she starts to move over to the crystal, the remnants of it, and starts to move her hands in this very familiar way that you've seen arcane sorcerers move. And at the same time, that spear comes up and cuts that rope that you had tied to the middle, cutting it. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh, this is
Holy. Hold on and turn the air off. I'm cold.
Oops. Hey. It's not so bad.
Oh. They didn't hear my joke? Damn it.
What was your joke?
I wasn't that funny. I said I'd choose peace.
That was really funny. I'm so glad I heard it.
All right, what'd you guys get? What'd you guys get?
Love you, Melissa.
Cullen, starting with you, what'd you get?
15.
15? All right. Pup, what'd you get?
15.
Oh. All right. Who wants to go first?
Sorry, I just lost
first.
sound.
Okay. Rezik, what'd you get?
I got a. Let's see. I got a 9.
A 9. Cornelia,
9.
who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. Kelwise, what'd you get?
16.
16. Nice, nice. And Trust,
18.
18. This woman casting, you hear buried deep within her voice, almost screams echoing from her body, deep, deep within, almost as if her throat is a mouthpiece, crying out, screaming in this pained, racked with horror sense. You just hear this coming from her throat, and you start to see creatures popping up as you see 2 of these big creatures just materialize out of nowhere, these grubby looking almost insectoids. And at the same time, you start to see sorry, using it as a holding ground, you see this big ball of green appear as it starts to float all around. And at that same time, you see that big, huge knight scream out, almost choking the life with these weird tendrils of her body, and then the crying stops. And this being seems to have full control. Trust, what are you doing?
I'm first?
You're first.
I did not realize that. How far are we from the lady? So far.
Pretty far.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's 15 feet, roughly speaking.
just shoot your arrow, Cowwise. That's the plan.
Is this a dine or is this a dash?
Yeah, you're about 130
we're
feet
done.
away.
That's so far away. Okay.
And you do have all the wildlings running around behind you, screaming all crazily.
Great. I'll run my 30 feet closer.
Okay.
And I will.
This way?
Well, I have to run towards the. How did we get over there last
You
time?
went on this bridge.
The wildling.
You
We're
went
on the
around.
right-hand side
Or
first.
you took the wildling and you jumped over.
Oh, I jumped. Oh, I grab a wildling.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
forgot that's how we did that.
So so how are you gonna grab a wildling?
How?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Well, they're just like
They're just
popping
running around like
like
crazy.
popcorn, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they're just,
basically.
like, popping off.
Yeah.
One pops off near me, and as it goes up, I grab onto it and
Okay.
push off.
So you grab onto his
I know.
legs, grab him onto
Yeah.
your shoulders like you did, and then you run and you jump,
Yeah.
hoping beyond hope
Hoping.
that it has roll a
has a
d20.
cape
Roll
on.
an athletics check, or not athletics, acrobatics check. Ooh.
16.
And where are you trying to land? Where are you trying to go? Essentially, steering this
Well, I'm
thing.
just trying to get closer, I'm trying to get to this thing to stop it.
Yeah.
So whatever the closest looking piece of bridge.
So you hoping beyond hope off this ledge, and you shoot and start soaring in the air, and you get
Thank God.
huge amount of height, and it seems like you could land just about anywhere you wanted by steering this thing where you wanted to go within range of this first platform, or if you wanted to, you could stay in the air for another round and probably land all the way over here.
All the way over where?
Sorry, over here by the temple. You could probably make it all the way to the temple, but it would take a second turn.
Yeah. I'll do that. I'll stay up in the air and try and get to the temple by my second turn. Let's hold in the
so
air.
you guys see Trust run, grab this wildling who doesn't really even know what's going on, and shoo up into the air, floating 30 feet above everyone
Exact
else.
Opposite of Dresden's talk the night
And at that
before.
same time, you start to see that large green blob over here start to slowly float its way, wisping back and forth into the temple. Well, towards the temple. It makes it to about there. Clearly moving for something. These grubs see Trust flying around, and they angrily move back and forth, just kind of clocking Trust as she's in the air. They don't look like they have anything more than these like mandibles that could crush stone, snapping back and forth. And that woman casting something in the middle, still concentrated. That knight.
Yeah, to be clear,
on her
I'm not making
shoulders.
noise.
Yeah, well, that knight on her shoulders holding a shield and a spear clocks you. Spear on the shield the entire time
Oh,
you're
no.
floating in the air, just pointing it at you.
All right. I stick my tongue out.
And that's when Thargan tries to get up slowly, racking his body, just bruised beyond imagine, pulls out his longsword, drags it behind him, starts to concentrate and floats just ever so slightly, but slowly, clearly not at full strength, floats just ever so much towards that crag. Kelwise.
Yeah. So first I want to cast Hunter's Mark on the night guy.
What's the range on that?
Oh gosh.
I think it's 60 feet.
No, it's 90 feet.
Oh, it's
It's
90
too far.
feet.
You said it's 130, huh?
Well, from you, it's a little too far right now. Yeah, it's 120. -ish.
And my movement wouldn't. Yeah, so even if I moved all the way up, I still wouldn't be able to hit him. Oh no, 120-ish. You said?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I could move 25. That would no, still 5 away, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's all right. We'll get closer. Could you zoom out a little bit? There's a bridge over to the right of me, but basically
Yeah.
the only other conveyance across this gap is wildlings.
Well, I mean, you could try and jump the gap over here. You could try and I don't know. I mean,
cube, man.
yeah.
Hmm.
Seemingly the fastest route would easily be the wildlings, but you've seen wildlings underperform, so that's also an aspect of these things.
Well, then I think I'm just gonna move west, my 25 feet, and then I'm gonna shoot an arrow at
West?
the night guy. Yeah, to the
This way?
west.
Okay.
To the left.
Yes. Okay. So you step out from behind a tree, right over to here, and you're gonna shoot an arrow at him.
Yes.
Okay. Roll an attack with disadvantage.
Oh.
For your range.
If I roll a natural 1 on the disadvantage, does that mean I still re-roll it?
Well, no. That basically, no. It's just a
Yeah.
natural
He rolls one.
Because I still
And,
get re-rolls.
roll a D100 now.
Oh gosh, I can't find my D100, so that's a D10 and just
Trade.
D10 twice. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Don't
It's in
you
a box of dice.
all ones that are halfling now?
Ooh. 79.
79.
We don't know if high is good or bad though.
Hmm.
James, don't you
Okay,
re-roll
you-
ones if you're a halfling?
I do. But it was on disadvantage, so that's why I was
Oh yeah,
wondering.
you still re-roll that 1. You'd still
Oh.
re-roll the 1. Yeah.
Then it would have been a 5.
A 5. Okay, yeah. You pop out and you shoot, and the arrow nowhere near. It's hard. You're calibrating. You're not used to fighting from this far away. It's a new thing that you're trying
Dresden
out.
said 45, and
Yeah,
let it rip.
And it goes.
You're doing great.
It goes, but it just goes way too far. Anything else you want to do?
Dial it in.
No, not on this turn.
Okay. Pup. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna grab a wildling and hop on over there. Well, first I'm gonna look at Dresden.
Rolling? Are you rolling over there?
Yeah, get over there.
Okay.
And then I go.
Okay. So you grab a wildling.
Yeah. And just for flavor, just because Pup is stupid, Pup does like a dive roll to grab a wildling and does it because he said roll.
So you do a dive roll and you pop up with it on your shoulders, and you're just gonna run and jump. Okay, roll an acrobatics check.
Great. That is a 16.
16. So, whoof, you jump off. Not nearly as high. You start to move, but you might not make it as you start to slowly go across this, not too high, and then whoof, you get right over to the embankment, and you're able to like let go of the legs and grab on to the edge of this as you barely make it over there. This wildling maybe turned around because you had just wrestled it. Just shoo, grabs it. No, you're steered. Your steering was great. It wasn't anything that you necessarily did. It was just when you jumped, sometimes you get more height, sometimes you don't. It depends. It's a team effort. And sometimes the team lets you down. So you grab onto this thing, and you're just hanging off of it. Anything you want to do for...
Can I pull myself up?
Yeah, so as your action, you just kind of pull yourself up. The wildling kind of looking a little sad, just kind of looks up at you, or looks down at you, I guess, on your shoulders, like... Waititi!
And then I take out my new staff, and
Okay.
I point it at the
Yeah.
body armor, kind of like suggesting to help.
And you notice that this
Why
staff is now, it's got a charged essence to it. When you hold on to this, you pull it out, you look at it, and your hair your hair is now out while you're holding this
Cool.
thing. Little static just kind of going everywhere. The wildling kind of jumps off your shoulders like, why did he?
Mhm.
Like angrily because you like shocked him 2 or 3 times. And that's what you see. Dresden, what are you doing?
I see Pup barely make it over, and I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. And I just start sprinting off to the west, and
Okay.
I hawk up another one of those loogies, and just go, worked once. Come on, jump, baby, jump. And I cast jump on myself.
Okay, you're going, where are you going? To the west side?
Left. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going for that bridge, eventually.
Okay, then you can move 60 feet, right? Okay,
Not
so
if I use an action to cast jump on myself.
oh, so you can make it 30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start going there, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
put
yeah.
that on myself.
Okay, so you run about 30 feet. You're dashing in that direction. You cast jump on yourself, and you feel your legs warm up, almost burning, with a little bit
At
of
least it's not
energy and just
cancerous.
power. Yeah. Well, he didn't say for sure. As that's happening, that mage looks up and Trust. She looks straight at you, hand out, and this giant stream of what looks like acid comes flying out of her hand. What's your armor class?
Oh, 11.
11. This acid shoots out of her hand, and it bathes you and this small little wildling, and you only take 3 damage as it doesn't hit you all the way, but you start to feel it eat at your skin. Roll me an acrobatics check real quick.
Also, I would like to use Hellish Rebuke on this.
Hellish Rebuke?
15.
Okay.
15.
And what does Hellish Rebuke look like?
Like, what does it do, or what does my Hellish Rebuke look like?
What does your Hellish Rebuke look like?
My Hellish Rebuke looks like, let's see. I want my eyes to, like, flame up, and then just kind of, like, not like laser beam eyes, but, like, just, like, shoot fire out of my eyes at her.
Okay, so you see this acid shoot out.
Holding on to a
hit
wild
Trust.
thing, I mean.
Trust screams, looks at her, and these laser beams shoot back at her. Roll damage.
Nice.
2d10.
Piss Trust off.
2d10. That's 12. Why can I never find this? Oh, here we go. 3 plus 8. 8, 9, 10, 11.
11 damage. So you shoot, these flames engulf the woman and the armored shadow made of gold surrounding them, and you hear this deep guttural roar as the armor seems to scream out through her voice, and you see her body charred and blackened just ever so slightly.
Shit, sorry. It's at... Oh, it's because it's at a level... Second level or... Oh, it was supposed to be 3d10. Oh, well. Whatever.
Do you want to use a second
I
level
read it
slot?
wrong.
You can roll another d10 if you want. If you're using a
I
second
only
level
have
slot.
it in my second level. I don't have it
You can
in my
cast
first level.
I think is a 1 or 2, depending on what you want.
Well,
It's
I
up to
technically
you.
cast it. I was looking at my second
So
level.
then roll an extra d10.
Sorry about that. I didn't think...
You should
Oh,
be
it's a
sorry.
7.
A 7. Okay.
She should be sorry.
More fire.
18.
Okay.
So-
Again, that flames engulfing this thing, screaming, and you see the shadow relatively unharmed, but the woman who was hosting the shadow, her body charred just ever so slightly with this fire. Next we have Cornelia.
Question, can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
On the way over, was there time to ask Thargan if he knew if we're supposed to be protecting the trees or the crystals? Because those crystals are outside and the trees are inside, right?
Yeah, so you could yell that at him. Sure. He's kind of just close to you, kind of hovering slowly like a lumbering oaf.
Hey, slow train. Crystals or the trees?
Protect the trees.
All right.
The crystals are a barrier.
Okay. Means
The
nothing.
trees. The
You
essence
heard that,
to
everyone.
maintaining
Protect
that
the
barrier.
trees. Inside. Stat.
And as that happens, Cornelia, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna try to make it over by trust then with my cape and
Okay.
such.
Roll a Arcana, and then roll a Acrobatics.
Nice knowing you.
Roll.
we have a
Wait.
nice
Not
moment.
Arcana. Roll a sleight of hand. I'm sorry, I forgot.
So
Roll
a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand,
Should I
and
re-
then a Acrobatics.
Should I re-roll that or keep what I just rolled?
Keep what you rolled, but add sleight of hand.
All right, so sleight of hand is 13. Sorry,
Okay.
13 sleight of hand, and then acrobatics.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! 7 with a natural 1.
Ooh.
Cornelia falls to her death.
7. Cornelia, you take this cape. Shoo, you jump, getting higher and higher and higher, and a wind comes and you start to see Cornelia falling to the left, starts to fall to the right, and then starts to fall right back, and you almost land right back where you jumped off of.
Can I still shoot an arrow?
You have your if you have your bow out, sure, you can shoot an arrow.
Of course, I have my bow out. I'm a rogue.
You got
Sure.
great air.
Roll a
Oh, jeez. Okay, I have a 12.
A 12. Yeah, again, you shoot that arrow, kind of getting turned around by the wind and almost plummeting 50 feet to your doom. Doesn't take. Again,
Nobody
goes
saw
wide.
that.
At the
Nobody
same
saw.
time, you see this sorceress behind you. Shoo, shoo. Her hands go up, and you see these two huge, massive, bone-like creatures made of just this huge. These two giant creatures come out like this, almost flat carapace, just shoo, these shells, and they just huddle right in front of her protectively,
Does it look
almost
heavy?
as if they work as her shields, and then that other shield on top, right above her head, with the shadow. That makes it Rezek. It's your turn.
Wow, there's a lot happening. I am going to run as fast as I can in the direction Dresden's going. I'm going to try to go closer to the edge, though, so
Okay.
I can try to get a shot off if possible as I'm running.
Like 30 feet this way.
Yeah.
Okay. So you run right behind Thargan.
And how far am I away from, let's say, the big shining metal night lady?
You are about 105 feet away from her.
Ooh, okay. Then I will launch off. Man. Okay, I'm going to say, Madam, and I'm going to get 4 magical darts in my hand, and then I'm going to throw them off towards the night lady, and just let's see what I get here.
Okay, so you shoot these magical darts, and before they hit an impact, you see her hand in this barrier
Ooh.
appears, and all 4 of them hit the shield.
Great! And I'm just gonna keep going. But that's all I got.
Fine, you're making her waste resources.
Fitz, looking around
Sure.
wildly, looks down, grabs a wildling onto his shoulders. This wildling you see too, a little deformed, a little different, like Fitz,
The
and they
wildling
go
Fitz.
together. They go together like shamalama lama, whittly whittly.
He's missing this arm. He's missing
Fitz.
that arm. They go together like, yeah,
Looks up.
2 of a kind.
It's you and me, buddy. Here we go. And even higher than Trust, into the air, almost 50 feet straight up as they go flying, and sailing. And they serpentine to the right, serpentine to the left, and they're kind of going in the right direction eventually. But they only make it to about here as they're still high in the air, but they're kind of like overcompensate to the left. Almost would be fun if you weren't being shot at by a wizard filled with acid. At the same time, that woman also pulls her hand up again, and you see these 2 creatures,
Oh,
small little creatures, they're like giant dragonflies,
No.
just appear,
Who has AoE?
and both of them start to fly off towards the other crystals immediately. But that far, this one runs off about that far. These like almost completely round or oval shaped dragonfly like creatures with wings as they buzz, and they seem to be buzzing hard, like these things don't fly well. And that brings us back to these things. This thing moves up. Wait. Trust, I think you were first.
Yeah, I went first.
When I knocked my thing over, Trust fell off the board. I'm so sorry.
Oh, goodbye, me.
That was that
like,
panicked
huh.
look in your eyes.
All right, I know. I was like, this thing floats a little farther back here. Trust, I'm so sorry. You, where are you going? Where are you trying to get to?
I was trying to get to the entrance of the temple. Where are the other gems in relation to me?
Trees, and they're in the temple. I've shouted it. We're not worried about the gems. We're not worried about the gems.
But if they get open, then we have more people to fight. Right?
Trees. Nope.
No, we
Alright,
want the
so-
trees. I've been
okay,
told
well-
by Thargan. Poisoner.
He said that when we
McCracken.
were at the camp.
He said he poisoned the tree.
And that's
Yeah,
what
but I
opened for me.
literally asked him on the way here.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Cullen had just asked him.
Right,
And he
I'm
was
going
like,
to the temple.
Okay, and Trust, you managed to swing around.
Are you sure?
And you land right in front of the temple. That big ball of green mass, you can see it now floating. It's like a capsule, and you see liquid sloshing back and forth inside this thing as it floats back and forth towards you in a
Let it in.
haphazard way. What are you doing?
How far is it from me?
What's the word?
20 feet away from you.
Let's run. What's the thunder wave?
It's
Oh,
20 feet away
Watch
from
your
me.
butts.
Yeah.
What can I do to that thing? I can't do
Do you have
anything
any
to that
movement?
thing.
No.
I don't know. Do I have movement?
Well,
I
you
was
could
in the
use
air.
you could use a dash to move if you'd like.
Ooh,
Well, but that's an action, right?
Yeah.
that would be.
You have your action
yeah.
still. You used your movement to kind of float back down.
Yeah, I don't have anything I can do. So can I dash into the temple?
Sure. Yeah.
You can hold, right?
You can hold an action if you'd like. Yeah.
Oh, you can
just
sure.
need to go to the trees. I'm going
Which
to
is
the
very
trees.
true. I did shout that at you. I said
You're gonna dash
protective
into the
phase,
temple?
Yes, I'm gonna dash into the temple.
Okay, so Trust, you run and dash up the stairs and into the temple doors. At the same time, you see this thing come floating straight into the temple doors. Not quite to you yet, but pretty darn close, sloshing like all crazy.
Okay.
At the same time, these little grub things, not so little. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There. This one moves to about here. Oh, I made the wrong thing. It's supposed to one of these. Those two shields like this. These things come running around Pup at you, and then they take a dash and they move almost all the way up, snapping these jaws at you.
Almost, but not the whole way.
What was that?
Almost, but not the whole way.
They didn't make it to you, no.
Great. I'm gonna.
Well, hold on a second. Thargan lifts up and starts to float across. That's far. Still kind of in and out. You could see him almost levitating, not really flying like he was. And then Kelwise, it's your turn.
All right. I take a couple deep breaths, and I turn around and I kind of like find a wildling, pick one out of the tree, and I kind of point at him, and I go, "You."
What did you?
Yeah. Get on my back. All
And
right.
it just grabs your forehead like. You can see through like.
But effectively, my arms are still free, right?
Your arms are free. No, he's got his arms around your head like
Okay.
this.
Cool. All right, little buddy. We're gonna try to make it to that temple all the way across. Okay? Big jump. Okay. Great.
Doomed.
Yeah.
Roll a acrobatics.
Yeah.
Advantage after that. pep talk.
Yeah. It's a 7.
7. So you go and you hear "What-cha-chi?" and he grabs his cape, lets go of your head, goes flying into the air, about as high as fits, and you, having never done this before, you make a circle. You make another circle. You start heading in this direction over here. And the whole time he's like, what did you do? What did you? As you just start to steer him left and right, and you're still a good 30 feet above this platform. It's still time to correct, but you don't quite make it in the direction that you
Just
were
like sailing.
hoping to go. Yeah,
Come on.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
letting Dresden sail. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
And Pup, you feel that static energy in your staff, and these two grub-like creatures coming after you, ready to snap at you.
I am going to. I'm gonna try to. Did I see the dude doing anything other than summoning lightning?
No. All he did was hold the staff in the air, and then lightning started raining down from the sky.
I'm gonna try to do my version of that, and I'm gonna smack the staff onto the ground in front of me in hopes that, like, it'll, how I've seen Trust do her thunder wave, hopes that it does something similar in front of me.
So you
to both of
smash
them
the
in front of me.
staff down onto the ground, and you feel it in your hands. You're almost holding on to lightning itself. Right now, there's static, so much energy rolling through you, and you just think you could ever so slightly let go of some of that lightning, and it would shoot out of your staff. It's almost like it's built up in a cycle, and it's rolling through your body back and forth, and you could just let it go.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay? You hit the ground, and this spark of lightning comes out right at your feet. Right
Just
where
at
the
my feet, though?
impact, right where the impact of the staff hit the ground.
Well,
Does it stop? Does it break the walkway at all?
Why do you ask those
No,
questions?
No, it seems to
Am-
the walkway
am I in?
seems unmoved.
okay, I'm gonna look at him, and then I'm going to run in the direction of Trust.
Okay. Hold on. You have a wildling, right? I gotta give you all wildlings. So you had a wildling that jumped off of your back. Trust, you had a wildling, and you guys have wildlings. Okay, yeah, you're gonna run towards where? To
That
Trust?
bridge on my left, and I'm gonna try to jump across.
Okay, yeah, and there's
across
like
that and
a vine, a big long vine that you
Yeah,
could
I'm gonna
possibly
monk stuff my way across.
run
and
across
then,
it. Yeah. So, roll a acrobatics check as you try and just run across this vine. Acrobatic.
24,
20, 25,
Nice.
30. What's your movement?
40.
35, 40. So you get to about there. If you want to dash, you still could.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm gonna step in the wind and dash
Okay.
as a bonus action.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So you make it to about there as you run by, and the wildling shoo, jumps, not wanting to be near them, and lands about right there, like running after you. And you see that egg creature with the wings kind of in a frantic, almost awkward manner as it moves
Right.
off. Dresden, what are you doing?
I'm just as a note, I'm trying to put myself in between that and the crystal so that if
This?
kind of
Okay,
that
yeah.
that thing that's going towards the crystal, I'm trying to put myself between that and the crystal in that like direct line so that if I could take a run at that kind of opportunity, I could try to jump past me.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Dresden, are you gonna try and jump this gap?
Okay. Just as a check, are there any wildlings near me?
There's a whole host of wildlings running around behind you.
You're the wild
Extra
lady.
job.
I just look at the closest one and I just go,
Yeah, and you see
Don't fuck this
one familiar. It's a bikini, and you could swear this is Kelwise's old fling. Something. It's like there's no physical thing that does it.
It's a
You're
feeling.
just absolutely sure this is the one. This is the one that Kelwise dumped on their wedding night.
Rebound.
And she, a little sassy, walks over to you,
hey, come on, come on.
jumps onto
Do I
your
jump her?
shoulders, very ladylike, and then grabs onto your head like this, and then starts rocking back and forth.
Yeah, I just go straight at it and,
All right, roll
and just jump as
your
hard as
jump.
I can with my
roll an
with my
athletics
triple-
check with triple advantage because you have the jump spell active, and I'll roll her.
The 3 dice or
Yeah.
4 dice?
Yeah, 3.
Okay.
I guess double advantage.
Oh wow! Thank goodness. Athletics
Mm-hmm.
19.
A 19.
The others were.
You
really
both
bad.
shoo, off, and you go higher and higher, and you just keep going up
Oh god.
and up and up.
Oh no.
And you look
No, no,
above
no.
you.
No, no,
and
no.
For a second, you're maybe 70, 80 feet in the air at this point. Shoo. You're way up. You look down and you're like, oh, no, 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 no. And then you look just slightly more up and you see this creature.
No.
Poof, legs and flagella just floating. And it just shoo, floats ever so much closer to you. Roll a acrobatics check to see how well you steer this thing.
Acrobatics, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, that's a 9.
A 9. Similar to Kelwise, shoo, you make a circle. The wind blows you back. Oh, poof, and you're up there. You're around here, but you're a good 80 feet in the air watching the battle as a good battle master does from above, a vantage point of
I'm
sorts.
in my blimp.
Yeah.
Oh, kill me.
And at the same time, that mage turns, looks at you all on this shore, holds her hand like this, and you see something hit the ground, and all of the plants reach up and try and grab at you. Cornelia, you and Rezik roll a dexterity saving throw. Sorry.
Nat 20. Nat
Roll
20.
roll a strength saving throw.
Nat 20.
Oh, I like the first one.
Nat 20. So yeah,
sorry,
Rezik,
was
you've
it a
seen
nat
this
20?
before. Rezik,
13.
you've seen this before, and you're like, nope, get out, and you jump up in the air as these vines just go and try and grab at you, and you nimbly jump up, dodge them, and then move aside. Unfortunately, Cornelia, these things grab you. Your lower body just gripped by these tight vines. It's not like they're moving anymore, but they have you solid onto the ground. And your wildling kind of like on your shoulders looking down like, why, TT? And it jumps off and starts pulling at him and gnawing at your vines. At the same time, Cornelia, it's incidentally your turn. You can use an action to try and break these vines. Or you can, I mean, your upper body isn't restrained. It's just your lower body.
I have a quick question about that as well. I have advantage on magic saving throws, intelligence, wisdom, and something. Does that count for
It
this,
was a
or is it
strength.
not?
No, it was a strength.
Shoot, I can't remember what the other one is. Okay, well, I'm going to try
Probably
to...
charisma, wisdom, intelligence.
Yeah, might have been. It is charisma, right? All right, so I'm going to try to then get myself free. Obviously.
Okay, and that little wildling that was on your shoulders, again, helping you out as best it can. Roll a strength saving throw.
4.
A 4. The two of you start pulling at these vines, and they're super tight. There's really no wiggle room, or else you could use an escape check or something, or dexterity. It's just they have you so tightly. You manage to wind out a little bit, just ever so slightly, but those vines are still holding on to you, unfortunately. And that would bring us to Rezik.
Crap. Okay. So I'm probably close enough to the little egg flying dude on that side. How far am I from the other egg dude on the other side? On like the east side?
I'm on the east bank. I'm on the west bank. 155 feet.
Please, I thought you said
Darn it. Okay. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use a magic missile, first level, and I am going to say Metum, and I'm gonna only get, so this time I get 3. I'm gonna toss one of them at the roots that are like entangled around Cornelia's feet, and the other 2 over at the egg dude.
Which egg dude? The one on the left or the one on the right?
The one on the left.
Okay. All right. So, oops. Roll damage for all 3.
Okay.
This guy's 130 feet away.
So the one for Cornelia is going to be a 4.
A 4. Okay. Cornelia, this dart comes out and just severs the vines that were holding you in place.
And then the one at the egg guy is going to be 8.
8 damage. So you shoot at the floating egg in it, and the thing just explodes and just falls down, dead.
And then I'm going to use my movement to go closer to the bridge.
Okay, 30 feet.
Yep.
30. Okay, so about there. All right, Rezik does that.
Thank you.
At the same time, Fitz, let's see if he can get control of his ship. Ooh, manages to lands right there. onto the platform, using basically all of his movement. Sets down, pulls out his rapier, and starts spinning around wildly. Oh, Pup! I shall follow you! At the same time...
To protect the trees!
Same time you see this thing comes over here, lands on the ground, and you start to see this mucus. It just spits out this almost bile-like mucus, covers it, and all of a sudden you start to see it. It's like it's building something or growing inside it.
It's building mystery.
That's that. Trust.
Suspense.
Right in front of
Yes.
you. Nope.
Oh.
You see the mage in the front. Again, her hands, and calling from this crystal in the middle of the floor. You see 4 more of these floating, almost balls filled with water, a water balloon of sorts, appear out of the air. Trust, now it's your turn.
Do they get closer to me?
They don't move this turn.
It's unfortunate. I'm
Well, they don't move yet, I should say.
damn guys, I've built this character so poorly. Okay. I scream, "Hold on to your butts!" And I cast Thunderwave at the floating bowl in front of me. It's literally my only attack, guys. It's the only thing I've got.
Okay. Roll damage.
The best one.
Now it's just a meme. Okay, just 1, 2d8.
I mean-
10.
Good move. Do you have any weapons on you at all, by the way?
I have a dagger. But I'm not
Okay.
gonna throw a dagger at a bowl of liquid.
That's true. That's true.
Better use a spoon.
5, 10.
10 damage.
A ladle.
You hit this thing and kaboom! It explodes, acid shooting all around. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Well, it should be going away. No.
Yeah,
Wait,
I go
yeah, it goes that way.
Away. Thunder a wave.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
a wave. Names is cruel.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
To be fair, I think Thunderwave even pushes people back, right?
It pushes 10 feet back.
If it fails,
But
it saves.
apparently,
If it fails, it save.
well, then I should have also only rolled 1d8, right?
I think my bad rolls.
Isn't it?
No, I
half?
think you still rolled damage and it just halves it.
Oh,
I half
okay.
whatever you roll.
Well,
It's a fail a jello. How does it fail a save? How does it
7.
not fail a save?
A 7.
Dude.
You managed to push the majority of this acid away from you, but you still take 1 damage as this bowl of acid explodes and little bits of it land on top of your body.
Trade-off.
Like it's not great, but it's almost like a mist of acid just explodes out of this thing.
hazard of the
Essence of
job.
acid.
like a mask.
And immediately
Exfoliate.
you see
Beauty
all
acid.
4 of these start to float. 1, 2, 3.
Salicylic or benzoyl?
Already? They just got
those things
man.
The
start to
chemical peel.
move towards
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
These guys running 5, 10, 15,
They're
all the way
running?
up to here,
Is there a door? Is there a door?
and you see them. There's no door. It's just an open archway.
Someone else get
They
over
run over to
here.
this. They start to
Ryan.
try and grab
Ryan.
these. They start to
might
grab
as well have
those
installed
vines
a door into their secret shrine.
that you tried to run that you ran across successfully, Pup. They run over to those vines trying to grip them, and it doesn't seem like they can take purchase on these vines. They're just too heavy, that carapace on their bodies. And so they start to slowly run this way.
Can I just shout to Trust? Hodor? Hodor? Hodor!
Oh god.
Same time, Thargan
I get
holding up
gonna
the
make you
rear,
cry.
Oh my god.
floats to
Cut
about
the
there.
shit out. Cut it out.
Hellwise, what are you doing? You're still floating.
Yeah, and I'm trying
Roll
to
another-
aim back toward the temple.
Okay, roll another acrobatics check.
And while I'm flying, can I shoot an arrow? Because it's on my back, not attached to my arms.
You can. It's going to be much harder to steer while shooting an arrow.
Yeah. Acrobatics, you said?
Yeah, you could probably land and shoot an arrow much easier than you could, because you'd have to like let go of his legs.
Yeah. That's an 11.
And 11. So you swing far left, and you manage to shoot, and boom, you come crashing into the platform right there. The wildling on your shoulders, kind of like.
You were supposed to be better at this.
And jumps off of your shoulders really quickly. You still can
help at all.
shoot an arrow now if you'd like, without any kind of penalty.
How far away from the big bad guy in the center am I now? What's
You
the
are
distance?
90 feet away, 95
Big
feet
guy-
away.
Oh, 95. So close. Almost there.
Nothing.
You won't.
Shoot-a!
You won't give me the hunter's
Shoot-a!
mark if I stand on my tippy toes right on the edge.
Roll a d20.
You know
Even's
if it's a
good,
one, you're
odd
gonna
is bad.
fall off the edge.
10.
Even's good, yeah. She's just on that verge, because she's covered in that giant shadow, that golden shadow, that is encompassing her. So she's not that small. The two of them are not that small. She herself, tiny, slender. That thing, huge, massive. So the hunter's mark takes purchase.
Yes. And the attack is a dirty 20.
With disadvantage.
Oh no, it's a dirty 18.
A dirty 18. Shoo! Your arrow goes to pierce, and just before one of those creatures standing to her side shoo, jumps up and you pierce this thing straight into its body, piercing that thick carapace, but it jumps in the way. Roll damage.
Does the hunter's mark then work?
It doesn't work because
It
you're not
doesn't
hitting
work,
the thing with
okay.
hunter's mark.
Okay, well then let me roll just a standard. So that's a 10.
10 damage.
Yeah.
You shoot this arrow and it pierces this thing's body, and it falls over dead.
Squishy.
One shield down.
Start clapping, and then I'm like, oh shit, no, wait, okay.
I'm just howling excitedly.
Pop, your turn. You see these
that
balls
mean run?
floating all over here. You see that thing gestating here, and you saw Trust run in. You heard like a thunder wave cuckoo, out through the temple.
I am going to. Do I still feel like there's static in my?
Yeah, it does feel like there's a little bit less,
Okay.
but yes, it does feel like there's static in your staff.
I am first going to do my movement to try to get to the temple.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15,
40.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40. There.
Can you get a little further if you jump over the edge? Cut the corner?
That was my thought. My thought was I was going to take the hypotenuse of the triangle because I'm a monk and I can jump.
Sure. Where are you going to jump from? Like
Just-
right from there? Or are you going to take a couple steps and then jump?
I would take like a couple steps and jump. What I know feasibly I can do, having jumped from tree to tree my entire life.
Okay. Roll a acrobatics check. Or athletics check.
Athletics?
Athletics, yeah.
Okay.
For
And you.
jumping.
18 plus 3, baby! 21!
Yeah, you take a couple
Hey.
steps and then shoot.
Monk!
10, 15, 20. So you cut about 10 feet off of your trip. So 5, 10. So you make it to about
Let's
there.
go.
So Pop jumps off, followed quickly by shoo.
Oh,
Just following you around. Now what are you gonna do?
Well, what I'm gonna do... Oh god, what I want to do? You know, I'm just gonna hold. I'm gonna hold if it gets close enough for me to smack it.
Okay. Sure.
Smack it.
All right. Dresden. Way up there in the atmosphere, looking down. It probably 2 rounds till you land. Honestly.
What if? I hate you.
Where do you want to go?
If I look up at that thing, is it like coming for me?
It seems like it's floating in your direction, but it moves very, very slowly. So it's kind of.
Have we seen them move fast?
You've never seen them move fast. They seem to just
Okay.
float on the wind, but it's
Well,
coming
there goes that
towards you,
plan.
for sure.
Yeah. They have the door. I'm gonna go. This is a death sentence. I'm gonna go straight for the stupid sorcerer.
Roll a acrobatics check to try and steer this thing.
God, just work. Oh. Oh, acrobatics. That's a 5.
5.
Come on, you special grain of sand.
Yeah.
You
He was definitely fucking.
you start to move, and you start to jet in a direction. You float right there. You're now directly above this platform. You're still about 20 feet up another round before you land, but you just shoot off in a direction haphazardly. You have no idea how, but you just happen to just shoot right over this thing as you try and right yourself.
Can I action surge and just try and sort of like?
Well, it's kind of like you're floating. If you
Okay.
wanted to dive bomb, you
it's
might.
the speed of the thing.
You could like try and dive bomb maybe your next turn,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it's gonna be
Okay.
tough to do it.
Don't like it, but
the-
I agree with it.
Because you're gonna have to. You're literally gonna have to grab the cape from the wildling's hands to try and steer this thing, because he's intent on just floating. Oh my god!
I hate him.
Trust disappeared again off my thing. Okay.
Just keeps running away.
So
Stop
what do you want to
knocking
do?
me
You still
off!
like. I mean, you could still do something. I don't know what, but you could try anything. You still have like an action as long as you're like holding on or something. Oh no. Did everyone freeze? Well, I think I just punched my computer. That's not good. Oh, everyone's back.
Oh, that's what works.
everybody.
Come on. That's
Yeah.
how.
Did you try punching it on and off again?
I know, right? Hey, everybody. We're back. I was like, do I touch things or do I just let it try and load? Yeah. Dresden, what are you doing?
Yeah. Can I just? Can I just take the herniax, just like call it to my hands, and then just try and throw it down there as hard
Sure.
as possible?
Roll an attack with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Ooh. 18 double 12s.
Ooh, an 18. You throw that axe, and it's going true. And right before it hits, that creature right next to it jumps into the way, and the axe just smashes into it. Roll damage.
Come on, D20. Come on.
A 19.
A 19.
Oh,
Splits it in
nice.
half. That axe smashes into the ground next to him. That knight, holding the shield defensively over her body, stares straight at you, Dresden. Eyes glowing
like
now
that.
with almost fire as the thing just falls down.
I don't like that at all. Can I just cover my nad?
Yes. The woman looks up at you, Dresden, right above her.
Right above her. I'm
You're
gonna
a freaking pinata!
cross my legs, like
Uh,
tuck my knees.
Cannonball.
okay.
Fetal position.
Whoa.
Fetal position.
You see her hold her hands up, and this ball of pure acid comes out, and she turns into an arrow. You see a bow appear in her hand, points straight at you. and like this acid seems to take a almost solid form as it turns into a pure spike. Bounces off of your shoulder.
Ooh.
We're calling that a win.
And she just screams in this deep voice you could tell of that night, and the night. And 2 more of those large shields
What?
just appear
No.
right on either side. And at the same time, 2 more of those
Oh my god.
egg-like creatures appear in the sky, kind of like wide-eyed, bushy-tailed. And at the same... No. And that's it.
Oh.
That night completely inhabiting this woman, but seemingly moving on its own atop her back. Cornelia, you've been freed from these vines they just ripped off of you with that arcane bolt. What are you doing?
I would like them back, please. I'm gonna try to get over there with the bridge still. Oh, so I'm gonna actually, is my partner around? My board shorts?
Yeah. Board shorts is still on you.
Oh, he's on me?
Yeah, he never left your shoulders.
Oh.
Because you kind of jumped up and then landed back down, and then you got entangled. He jumped off. Oh, I guess he jumped off to pull the vines off of you.
Yeah.
And then
Okay, well, I'm gonna try
climb
to
back
jump. I'm gonna try to jump over anyways.
Okay,
Again.
roll a acrobatics.
Okay. I got a 23.
Oh, a 23. You jump in the air. Not super high. You manage to go straight, and then you just land very delicately on the other side right there, as far as you can go. You have an action to do something else if you'd like.
Yeah, I would like to shoot my arrow
Who are you shooting the arrow at?
at the mage lady.
Okay. Roll an attack.
I wonder if I should try something else, but
What else?
But wait, there's more.
is there anything laying around, a rock or something on the ground near?
There's a ton of rubble. Yeah, you could find a rock. Easy.
Can I try to use my mage hand and cast a catapult for the first time?
Cast
and
flick. Yeah.
and just
So-
like, yeah.
What are you doing? You're gonna hold it in your hand like this?
What the I can
rock.
pick up the rubble?
If you
Oh,
want
if I
to. It's
if I
up to
can
you.
do that, or if it's just on the ground, even if there's something on there, I'm just gonna look at it and like concentrate and use my mage hand and just
Okay, the mage hand comes up like this, and then
shoot something
all
at
right,
him.
roll it's an attack, right? Roll an attack.
All right. Yeah, I have to actually hit him, huh? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Just a straight D20 roll for that?
No, it's a
Or-
D20 plus your proficiency, plus your intelligence. Oh no, it's a saving throw. It's a saving throw. My bad. It's my throw.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you guys see this rock sitting there, and just the wisps of wind in a hand that just goes, and this rock, like a bullet, just shoots out towards the woman, and she holds her hands up like this, and again one of those creatures jumps in the way, trying to take the blow, but it just smashes. This rock smashes into this creature. Roll damage.
Okay, I believe that's D8.
Yeah, 3d8.
3d8? 11 hit points. 11 damage, yeah.
Just the thing's front shield of carapace shatters, and it its body just falls out of the front of its face and it dies.
Yes.
Murder!
At the same time, you guys see these things. Bzzz, bzzz, this thing. This vile mucus starts flowing out of its body, and then this one that's been gestating explodes as you see this huge lumbering beast just come out, mucus and venom just flowing out of its body, four-legged. Looks straight at you guys and then starts coming straight for you. All the while, Dresden, you see something. You see the gold
Light flash
start
before
to
my eyes.
seep back from her body, and you hear her voice scream out from her face in just a second of lucidness as she starts to pant, grabs at this brooch holding this to her, starts to tear with all her might, screaming, and then that light comes back. Her eyes glow again. And that's where we're going to pick up next week.
Oh my! Oh!
Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun. I always have fun with it. Well, it's not for you. It's for them. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations to our winners. I will be sending out those stickers. We'll be back tomorrow with a rerun. So come hang out if you just want to hang out with us online. We'll be on at 9 o'clock. And then 2 p.m. DM office hours. If you have any questions or you just want to talk D&D with Cullen and I, we'll be on next week. Friday, we will be offline. So we're not doing it Friday, but we will be back after that Tuesday to see if any or all of the party members die with this encounter I've created. And I think that's it. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. Sorry we went late. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night. Please, please, please take care of yourself and also take care of each other. And we will see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.